What?
Let's go!
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this holy hell, the U.S. Open teed off at LACC Thursday, June 15, 2023. This sports program starts now.
Sports!
Had to catch up there. A lot of words, not a lot of time. Happy to be here, pumped to be here on this glorious Thursday. There is a major golf tournament happening right now as we speak at LACC, which is Los Angeles Country Club. I assume there's a lot of relatable humans that are normally members there this weekend. There is all the professional golfers on planet Earth that are worthy of competing for the largest share of a prize pool that they've ever had at this tournament.
That's right. So.
20-some million dollars up for grabs, 3-point-something to the winner. Scotty Scheffler started out as the favorite because he's Scotty Scheffler and he's unbelievable at golf. There's an amateur at the top of the fucking board right now, and we will be watching these golfers have to go ahead and take on a course that is designed to make them look pedestrian. Designed to make them look amateur.
What?
There's going to be some professional golfers who have spent their entire lives on the driving range, on the putting green, out of the sand, working on different swings. Oh, here's a little draw. Here's a little fade. Oh, I need to undercut a little flop shot. I need to move and do this whole thing. Then they're going to run into this fucking golf course, and there's going to be some rough in which a ball is going to disappear. And there's a fairway that's faster than the green that you play at your club. The USGA that runs this entire thing takes a lot of pride in challenging the golfers. My source says have told me that some of the golfers are like, yeah, it's really cool. Like this is this course is really cool, and I think they get excited for the challenge. I think a lot of these golfers are pumped that, you know, like 4 under might be.
Yeah, might get it done.
5 under might do this entire thing. Cut's going to be plus something big that it isn't normally, but this is the one where there's a lot of clips coming out of this.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good golfers doing terrible things, and we'll keep an eye on all of it. To my right is a man who is a 14-year NFL veteran, cornerback in the NFL, would not move to safety, but he did move into a studio booth and spit some hot fire.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, rapper icon Pac-Man Jones. Pac, you look super cool with the glasses on, dude.
Smell me?
Yeah. Hey, golf's happening. You're a big golf guy. I enjoy whenever things that are kind of heightened, like these big events, the U.S. Open taking place, all eyes are on it. We got our next 4 days taken care of in the sports world.
Let's go.
The Toxic Table's here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. I love everything about this, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat it. And you mentioned the way the course is. Early, we already saw, I think Jason Day was maybe like 120 yards out. You know, easy birdie opportunity. He's in the rough. He takes a full swing like he's, 250, 260 yards out, and he's still 30 yards short of the green. The rough is absolutely unbelievable. We've already seen guys like hit a flag stick, and then the way the greens are, like it's just running, 40 feet, 60 feet away from the green. Like, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Conditions aren't great today, but already a bunch of guys who we know and good players are teeing off, so it's awesome.
Yeah, Rahm is 1 under through 2, so he started out hot. Morales, who's an amateur, is 3 under. So all the things that I just said might be wrong. What if these guys just beat the shit out of this golf course? At Tone Diggs, 1/2 of the hammer, Dahn Cowboys. I know this is an exciting weekend for you.
Awesome. I fucking love every major championship in golf. Michael Kim, who is a golfer on the tour playing in it this week, put out a nice tweet last night about what the course is and how it plays. And he put the over-under for winner around, I think it was 7.5 or 8 for the week. An amateur always comes, like Dylan Wu and Morales, someone always comes out like that. I don't think they're going to stick around that number for very long if I had to take it.
Is that Solly, 200?
Oh, shit. Solly's playing?
Is it?
No, I don't think they're related.
Is that from the No Laying Up family right there?
I don't believe so.
We will not have Solly on today, but we will have Tour Junkies founder, which is a podcast, and I believe they also write for the PGA.com. This man's name is Dave Barnett. They call him DB. The guy is obviously a bit of a degenerate. I believe he talks a lot of gambling whenever it comes to the golf, but in doing so, he has relationships with people in golf that normally people don't have.
Golfers, caddies, has them on all the time so they could get the course information before they put their bets in for the tournament.
Can't wait to hear what this guy, has he been on this show before?
I don't believe so. Maybe he has, though.
That's a good answer.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he actually may have been on once before.
He's normally on Hammer,
Dahn,
giving them a bunch of winners over there, talking about the gambling odds. I'm excited to chat with him again because this tournament, especially, you know, Rahm a man on a mission.
That's right.
You know what I mean? This is a course that is set up for Rahm to do well.
Oh, yeah.
Guy controls the ball with that little, you know, half swing that he does that is so fantastic. And then all the iron players are saying we need to look at. So people are thinking maybe Max Homa, who I think has a course record at LACC.
Yep.
Maybe he's able to go and do this. Morikawa, always a good iron player. Maybe he's the guy for it. Justin Thomas looks super cool.
Yeah, he looks great.
He's got pink and black on.
Yep.
Great fit.
He's walking around LACC, cockado walk.
That's right.
He's feeling good. I'll tell you what, you put up an 8 on one of these holes. That's going to be, take that pink sweater off. Let me get out of here. Hide as much as possible. We will continue to update everybody on how the U.S. Open is going. And thank you to golf for giving us something to watch.
Way to go, golf.
Baseball happened last night. Guys still home.
Yeah, Connor for left, and then the Yanks blew it and lost in extras to the Mets.
Sweet.
No, what a game. Did you watch?
I actually watched from the 6th inning on. Yeah, I had to put a movie on right behind it just because I was having trouble looking in that direction while baseball was on the TV. So once I put a movie in the background, I could glance down here and there, and it was actually pretty entertaining, and the games go much faster. I thought that was kind of bullshit. Baseball people just trying to get you in. Oh, they're shorter games. You're going to like it. Actually,
well, Subway Series, I wish it was a little longer.
Yeah, bingo.
I would take it all in. I want that for 5-6 hours.
Definitely.
Jet Bassett bullied you into watching the game.
Yeah,
I saw
it. Yesterday was the first
Ed,
time.
did you see that?
He did
Saw
bully
it.
you.
Okay, but sure. Yesterday was the first time, though, however, that you scroll those channels.
Boy.
And it's depressing. It's like, oh my God. All the movies that are on these channels suck. There's no
hold
basketball.
on,
The Town was on last night.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't see it on Hulu then. I guess I'm switching to YouTube.
I seen something with Ashton Kutcher the other day. It was on. It was hard not to stop at. He's in an apartment with some lady.
What happens in Vegas?
Is that what it is?
With Cameron
they
Diaz?
go to Vegas, they get married, they hit the jackpot, they get divorced, they gotta fucking stay together to get the money.
Yeah, that was kind of what was happening.
Okay.
They were in love at the end, though, I think, right?
Yeah, always.
Yeah, blonde lady?
Cam Diaz.
I think so,
Yeah, Cameron Diaz.
Ashton Kutcher also on Matt Rife's promotional tour.
That's right.
I've seen a lot of Ashton Kutcher lately. I have not expected that. Matt Rife running the world right now.
It appears so.
Congrats to him. Super handsome and hilarious. I mean, that's not normally a tag team that goes together. He's crushing it. Congrats to him. And let's talk about some NFL news that is taking place. Obviously, Stephon Diggs back at Buffalo Bills. Who cares? Nothing wrong.
There goes Stephon.
Another thing happening, the New York Jets have canceled mandatory minicamp because they had such great attendance throughout all of OTAs. They had already got enough accomplished, and they're in the Hall of Fame game, so we're going to have to report a week earlier. Let's go ahead and give them a week earlier here. You see, we just slide our window of off time. I seen Tannenbaum was not happy about that.
He was pissed.
Tannenbaum was not happy that they canceled mandatory minicamp, and obviously he had been there every day in the meetings, on the practice field, in the weight room.
Right.
He knows where they're at as a team better than the people that are in there.
Without
and he
question.
said can't be doing that. He needs to be a mandatory minicamp. Aaron Rodgers, that is, getting used to the teammates. I feel like with the way mandatory minicamp is nowadays, it's all basically just glorified OTAs anyways. There's not really anything changing for those final 3 days that are, other than the fact that it's mandatory. So those who might have a contractual issue or don't normally come, they have to be in the building for those 3 days. But if you have like 100% attendance and everybody's there for the first 7 weeks or whatever it is, it's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not that big of a deal. And what only thing can happen, you know what you got by a month in. The younger guys maybe it can help them, but for the older guys, it don't do nothing but wear and tear. Only thing can happen is injuries at that point. Quite sure you don't have since April. I think everybody go April 15 to now. Everything you pretty much done put in is in. You know, we ain't hitting or tackling or thudding up or nothing right now. So that doesn't matter. We can do all of that in camp.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's even a conversation, but it is, Aaron. It is New York. It is the Jets. It is everything like that. There's a lot of teams that do that. The Colts actually cut off the final day of the mandatory minicamp, as did Bill Belichick. The Colts had 2 offensive linemen catch a couple punts.
What? That's so fun.
Hey, 2 to 6 offensive linemen catch a punt. We'll see you guys training camp.
That's awesome.
First 2. Pow.
Boom.
Bam.
Oh, baby.
We're out of here.
Yep.
See you later. Last day canceled. Bill Belichick also canceled last day?
Also canceled last day, yep.
This son of a...
Yeah, they went paintball and team bonding exercises, shooting each other with paint.
Well, and that's what I was going to say to Pac-Man. I was going to say to Pac-Man, like, OTA is big, like, camaraderie building.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what we're here for.
Get together.
You know, what you have, like, for a new person in a new city, Aaron, for instance, okay, how's day-to-day work here? Okay, that's where I'm getting my food. All right, that's where the meeting is. Training room's here. Who am I working with? That person. I'm learning about who is doing what on a day-to-day. Equipment room, my shit, what I like to wear, what I do. So there is like a period of things that transition that you could potentially need to learn. Rookies have to learn everything. So like OTAs is a massive thing for rookies. But for the team, especially if you have vets and people that have been around the NFL, it's all about learning about each other. And enjoying each other. Mm-hmm. That's why the Stephon Diggs thing was fucking wild. Yeah. Because it's like, hey, really the only thing we're doing here is not granted, we're getting some reps and shit like that, but we'll be throwing in the offseason together anyways. We might add some things to the offense, but we already know the fucking offense anyways. We have some expectations, as we said, we already know what the culture is. Yeah. So basically bonding is like the main part of that whole thing. That's why the Diggs story was so big. Yeah. And I would like to report that he posted on his Instagram story, picture him and Josh Allen, tag Josh Allen, and I believe Josh Allen shared it on his story.
Get out of here.
So
story
everything's
over.
good.
Yeah. Come on. Congrats, Buffalo.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
He's really that serious? As a Von Miller.
Well, can we get an explanation on his IG then? Because has he expressed his feelings the way that he is trying to figure out how
We're waiting for the next photo shoot. We don't need a photo shoot, though, to hear what Justin Herbert is saying. And we were not able to find the video of Justin Herbert saying this entire thing. We were.
Gum found it.
Of course he did.
Of
course he did. Hey, listen, government official in charge of immigration, that video wasn't on the internet.
No.
The thing that was on the internet was the quote of what Justin Herbert said.
That's it.
Old Gumpy put the splunking light on. Put it right around his rat tail. And he went into the internet and said, let me go try to find this. Let me rip this. Let's give proper credit because that's what we try to do as much as possible. We assume this is the Chargers YouTube. Shout out, Chargers YouTube is what is being said.
Look at that.
So whenever this runs know that Gumpy, anybody else could have done this on the internet.
Yeah.
Nobody did. All we saw was the headline. Justin Herbert threatening hold-in if necessary.
That's huge news.
Let's listen to what he had to say actually and how it was delivered. And then let's go ahead and gauge our reaction off of how it's delivered because this is a big deal with a team that has had numerous players hold in, it feels like, over the past few years. Justin Herbert basically said, I might be the next one. Seemingly. That's what the headlines say. Let's hear the man say it himself.
If you were to do a hold in, how much could that delay that progress and everything?
Yeah, that'd put you quite into the deficit. I think that we've done a great job so far of picking up the offense and doing exactly what Kellen's asked for us. But when it comes time to camp, the role of the quarterback is to be out there for his team and to do everything he can to put that team in a position to win. And I understand that responsibility. So it's something that you'll address when the time comes. But I guess we'll see.
Okay, so that was not him saying it was a hold. It was a question about a hold. There's another video, I do believe, or no? Maybe the other video is where it is. Maybe the other video is where he's the one saying it because the way the quotes were saying is that he would potentially do it. That video clearly did not have that. Here's another video that was sent in by Gumpy. Remember, this is happening in real time.
When we last talked to you, you kind of mentioned that if you don't have a deal, it's something you have to address and think about. Is there any strategy? Would you be someone who would consider like a hold-in or anything to make sure a deal gets done, or is that just completely out of the picture for you?
It's something that I really haven't thought a whole lot about. I think the most of the offseason so far has been worried about, getting my shoulder right, making sure that I'm the best quarterback that I can be for this team. It's something that you can address. I'm not quite sure. I don't have any more updates for you at this time, but like I've said earlier, I think the world of the Chargers organization. I've got complete faith in the front office. So that's something that you'll address at the time, but I don't have any updates right now.
So you never said it.
What the hell?
He said, I'm not even thinking about it.
I mean,
Do you have any strategy? She didn't say the hold. Then somebody else said the hold in.
Yeah.
And he said, no, my job as quarterback is to be around. So all these headlines and everything on Twitter was completely false.
What the hell?
Justin Herbert didn't say anything about holding in.
No.
trying to vilify the guy.
Well, not only that, they're trying to put the Chargers and Herbert in an interesting situation. We don't need to do any more of that.
People ran with the very end of that first video where he said, we'll see.
That's like bull.
It said Justin Herbert asked about hold-in. He said, we'll see.
Okay, so there's no hold-in.
Nah.
No. Not at all.
Herbert was asked Wednesday whether he could stage a hold-in during camp if the sides can't hammer out an extension. When it comes for time for camp, the role of the quarterback is to be out there for his team and do everything he can to put the team in a position to win, he said via the team's official transcript. I understand the responsibility. It's something that you'll address when the time comes, but I guess we'll see. Okay.
Last two
So
words.
I guess.
Headlines everywhere. This wasn't just like one report either. This is a bunch of different outlets.
Dude, it's one of the next massive quarterback contracts that completely changes and tilts the entire NFL. Every single new quarterback deal that comes in tilts how the NFL is going to be run going forward, what teams are going to be able to truly compete, what teams are not going to be able to compete, how's the salary cap going to be affected by it all. Him and fucking Joe Burrow are the one that they're talking about right now.
Yep.
So whenever you potentially say on the internet, and I guess we should have done more research before reading, a lot of people kind of insinuating that this is the case. When you say he's potentially going to hold in, which is the newer version of hold out, which is like, I ain't doing anything until you give me my money.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of sets the tone for how you think that contract negotiations may be going.
Yeah.
What he said was nothing. Telesco told us in here, he said, I'm not losing sleep over the Justin Herbert deal.
Right.
So whenever I read and found out about this hold-in thing, I'm like, ooh, I wonder if Telesco's losing sleep now over this. We listened to that. Telesco ain't worried about nothing.
Not at all.
Neither's Herbert either.
No.
But I guess we'll see, is all he said.
It sounds like Herbert. There's no update on it, but it don't sound like he's worried about it right now.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Sounds like they're going to get a deal done.
Yeah, him and Burrow feel like they know what position they're in and, you know, how much leverage they do have because of how good they are. And it feels like both organizations also know that, hey, no matter what Herbert said it, I just was reiterating the fact that a very smart man who on the, you know, smart Heisman says words the same way I do. No big deal or anything, but happy Thursday. But seriously, the two GMs, Duke Tobin and Telesco, they both are like, hey, no matter what, this guy isn't walking out of the building. Like, we're keeping him. It's almost like Harbaugh saying that Lamar's 200% going to be their quarterback.
Our sources have sent a direct statement from the Chargers.
Okay.
Every time Justin has been available this entire spring, he has been asked about his contract, and every time he has said he wasn't worried about it and was letting his agent handle the discussion. Nobody has said anything different or ever talked about it. Literally, one guy asked a hypothetical question, and a guy used the word hold in, and now it's off and running. Okay. All right, so that is, they're like, come on.
Yeah.
What do we do? Because it got big. That spread like wildfire because that would be a big news if it was a big news. Turns out, not big news.
No news.
Okay.
All right, congrats everybody over there.
Way to go, Chargers.
Well done.
Because the rest of the NFL was like, ooh, Herbert.
Hold the
Holding
phone.
in, okay.
Yeah.
And then Joe Burrow was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait a second.
Holding
What's he holding for?
What the?
Should we?
Anything.
Should I?
Are we? How's this whole thing? And speaking of contract news, Jonathan Taylor, running back for the Indianapolis Colts, who at one point was in an MVP of the entire NFL conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're 1 year removed, well, I guess a couple months removed from a season in which he did not play good football.
No.
He was hurt. The offensive line was terrible.
Yep.
So there's obviously a lot of different excuses you could make for him not performing up to the level that all of us thought he was going to perform at. So maybe that's the case. But he was nothing like what he was his MVP year.
No.
A lot of attributing factors, as is team sports and football. But Jonathan Taylor is one of the only stars that the Colts have who we know, if you get put in the right position, can succeed and do well. Has literally done that his entire life. Has been healthy his entire life. Has been a workhorse his entire life. Has been successful his entire life. Last year was just saying, ended up with number 4 overall pick.
Yeah.
That's not good. Jonathan Taylor, running back, was asked about his kind of contract situation because he is staring down a potential contract, either extension or maybe free agency or franchise tag, and he sees what's happening with Saquon and Zeke and Dalvin Cook. He was obviously asked about it. Here's his answer.
With Dalvin Cook's situation and, you know, Saquon and everything, does it feel like running backs are kind of fighting for to be recognized for their value?
They definitely are, and it's sad. It sucks because a lot of positions do a lot for their team, but specifically speaking for the running back position, I can just speak firsthand. We do a lot, and you just want to be treated fairly, and not even treated fairly. You just want to be, you know, appreciated for what you bring to the team. It's never about yourself. It's about the team. So what do you bring to the team? So, you know, just seeing guys fight, you just hope that things work out for them. I mean, you see why guys, they request trades. They want, you know, they just want to feel valued by not only their coaches, their teammates, but the organization as well. And I think it's something you got to continue to do.
Yeah, and then, you know, him saying you could see why people request a trade was certainly one that stole some headlines out of that answer.
Definitely.
But if you listen to his answer, he's like, you can see why some people, with the way they're being talked about and how business is going, could get to a point where they're fed up and request to get the hell out of here. He also seemingly understands the situation of him versus everybody else and what's going on with the Colts. I didn't hear anything to really be that alarmed to, but he is speaking about a reality that he's going to be staring down here, that running backs just aren't getting paid right now, seemingly.
Yeah, the running back market down. Everyone know that. You can get a good running back pretty much anywhere right now. No one is handing the
Nah,
ball.
not Jonathan Taylor.
Derrick
Not
Henry.
Dalvin Cook.
No.
I'm just saying.
They're saying he's
They're
actually
really
done the
good.
Rams.
They're really good, but we're done with giving the running back 40, 50 carries. 30 to 25 carries a game. You know what I mean? We're not doing that no more. They're passing the ball now. The game is more up-tempo. It's quick, fast. You
Need
can plug
fresh
and
guys.
play. Yeah.
Stable.
The running back position, actually, like the fresher and faster you are, the better, because we need you to either clear out or fucking bubble out.
Yeah.
And both of those are going to be like scat backy, but we need you to be fresh almost. Now, there are some offenses the Titans are always going to be.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to hammer the ball. That's Vrabel. I think Vrabel's always going to feel that way. I think they're going to do it. The Atlanta Falcons are going to run the ball. The Niners are going to run the ball. But when
The Niners are a running team, but it's way more than just running. They back do everything.
Yeah, but Christian McCaffrey's their guy.
Yeah, but
So
he
they
can do
paid him.
everything, though.
They paid him, though. Derrick Henry got paid out of the Titans.
Yep.
Their team's identity is almost coming out of both of those guys. Now, granted, I know George Kittle's a star. Debo, absolute dog. Ayuk came into his own, was his own fucking monster this past season. I'm sure I'm forgetting people. I do apologize. But Christian McCaffrey, immediately upon being dropped on their team, became their focal point. He's throwing, he's catching, he's running. But they are a running team. You know, Juice is leading the way. They're misdirecting. They're setting up leverage for pulling tackles.
Right.
And pulling
tight ends.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
They're literally running the ball. But before McCaffrey, that was a stable.
Big time.
Hey, we just need as many people as
for
possible
years.
that can kind of understand everything and be fresh. I think Atlanta's doing the same thing without Cordell Patterson. They're going to try to get people that are fresh. It's almost like the value of one has certainly been cut in half by the value of more, strictly because you can be fresher, quicker, and we can just kind of plug and play to your point. But there's some guys that are different.
Yes.
They need to be viewed as X factors. Like Austin Eckler, for instance, go back to the Chargers, who they have to be so frustrated
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that stinks.
about that whole Justin.
Yeah.
Herbert has to be like, "What? I didn't say anything."
The hell? I
Kidding
think
me?
we'll
Somebody
see.
else said it, and now
The biggest story of the day.
The throwaway.
Lesko's like, "I know it's not your fault, Justin, but like, fuck.
We'll see.
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll
See how that can be a problem.
But like Austin Eckler's an X factor. He scores touchdowns. Why are we just viewing him as? I guess they just think those days are going to end for him. I don't.
But I think like Atlanta, like they love to run the ball, and they saw what McCaffrey does for the 49ers, so they went out and got fucking Bijan, who they think is a guy that can be just like Christian McCaffrey. So like, they're still
And he's on rookie deal.
correct. Yeah, that's huge.
And the rookie they had last year, Algier, he had an unbelievable year, and he's going into his second year, and so it does feel like too. The Lions drafted a running back, and there was 2 running backs taken in the top 15, and last year there was no running backs in the first round. So like maybe there is some sort of term, but it feels like payment wise, it'll never get
So
to what
it's
it
the
was.
same thing that kind of happened with the wide receiver market. Remember, the wide receiver market is like you become a team that either pays your quarterback or you pay a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Now the Buffalo Bills have been able to do both somehow, and they're still not. No, they are. They're back.
Right. They're back.
They're back. But with the run on wide receivers out of the draft, you saw a lot of GMs being like, "Don't have to pay this guy. Can get rid of this guy. We'll draft one in the first round." Running back seemingly falling into the same exact.
Yes.
Like, hey, if a guy's really good, we would like him to be on our team, but also we're not paying him $15 million. Right? We got a rookie that we can probably seems to have all the bells and whistles.
He'll get 800 yards.
We don't know if he can be as durable and if he'll be able to pick it up as quickly as obviously this person already has it, but we can cut out $10 million. I mean, that is every team is looking to do that so they can pay somebody else almost. You're always robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
Whenever you're doing a salary cap. Anytime there is a certain amount of money that you're able to pay to an entire group of people, you're always trying to figure out where you can pull from, where you can add from, how do you make this whole thing work like a puzzle. Feels like the running back market is currently the one where we're taking out of the veteran running back market and we can send it somewhere else, and we'll let maybe one other team figure that out. Panthers traded Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah.
1 year after the big deal, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the middle of like his best year that he was having, most healthy year he was having, doing everything he could possibly do for that particular program was going the other way. They trade him. He's still a great player, still beloved.
So good.
But they're like, we don't need to be that much money tied up in the running back for the next couple of years. It's an interesting time, and it sucks for the running backs. We're pulling for all you, though.
Yeah. Good luck, running back.
And even like a guy like JT, like, I mean, you look at what Josh Jacobs did last year. Like, when these guys have like the best season of their career, it's almost like to a detriment because it's like, well, we just gave you a shitload of carries. Like, you're not going to be able to reproduce that and do it again. So it's like when they do go out and perform and have incredible years, like, that's not really being rewarded either because it's just putting more miles on them.
Yeah, it's like Okay, yeah, but that was our decision for you to be good. Like, what a thing to say it.
Yeah. What else can you do?
Yeah, well, that's a tough spot. I just hope these guys continue to ball. I hope Jonathan Taylor's great again, and I hope they put Chris Ballard in a bind.
Yeah, for sure. Doesn't look good
What?
for Jonathan Taylor.
2 offensive linemen caught the first 2 punts. Those boys are moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
vibes are hot. Anthony Richardson, he's slinging the pill, but
Yeah, Andy, I'm just here so I won't get fined. He's got a good personality.
do you think with Anthony Richardson being a mobile quarterback, able to run, and you have to pay Taylor and Pittman, they might lean to Pittman because he needs wide receivers?
I think it's good to have a great running back. I think it's good to have a great running back alongside Anthony Richardson. And we're just going to – hey, don't you worry about what the Colts are going to do. They're going to figure it out.
Not worried at all.
Jonathan Taylor did not request a trade, though. He was talking about other people's situation.
Yes.
And with that being said, Dalvin Cook's so fucking good.
Yeah.
So good.
And he is currently just available.
And I think Dalvin Cook going to end up the same way in San Francisco. Wherever Dalvin Cook end up, he's going to be that guy.
Yep.
And he's going to make the
But
team
they're going to
better.
tell him he's not going to be.
Right.
Like, wherever he's going right now, they're going to say, yeah, we're thinking obviously you're going to get less touches, and we have a couple good guys we like. But there's only like one Dalvin Cook out there.
Yeah.
So if we're only going to give the ball to a running back 15, 16 times, we might as well give it to the fucking, right?
Yeah.
If we got
Probably
a guy.
helps.
So that's not great for Zeke. You know,
No, not at all.
That's not great for anybody.
Fournette.
If Dalvin Cook's available, you know, like that's in a seemingly drier well money-wise, the running back market.
Yeah.
Having Dalvin Cook be available right now is
Zeke's not doing those things.
yeah.
Nah.
Well,
Yeah, not at all.
Leonard Fournette ran over Kyle Brandt. I seen him.
Yep.
You see, Kyle Brandt was on his back.
Yeah.
Still got it. I mean, he didn't even budge when Kyle Brandt jumped on his back. Legit.
Kyle Brandt's a big son of a bitch.
He is.
Yeah.
Big, handsome son
Stacked.
of a bitch. Let's turn our conversation back to LACC.
Okay.
Let's turn our conversation back to the U.S. Open that teed off this morning. Let's turn our conversation back to Ricky Fowler is 2 under.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Holy hell, Ricky Fowler, if he was able to do this.
That'd be awesome. Oh, my
What
God.
a moment for old Ricky. Joining us now is a man who hopefully has a little bit more information on who's going to make us some money this weekend as we gamble alongside the U.S. Open.
Yes.
He's the founder of Tour Junkies, which is a podcast that is fantastic. He also writes on PGA.com. The guy knows golf inside and out. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Barnett. You look sweet. You look cool. You cut that with scissors that are dull. I like it.
Yeah, Pat, I've been a fan of yours since Heartland Radio, episode 1, buddy.
Nice.
So I just had to go ahead and make the shirt, just like, you know, I'm trying to just fit in here, buddy.
No, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
I mean, you certainly fit in there. I mean, people look at us, they're like, yeah, those two are supposed to be together. You know what I mean?
Just two handsome dudes doing their thing, right?
So, the scissors that
shook
you
right now,
have.
Pat?
Well, I just think your scissors are trash. The crop.
crop
I think you need to
scissors.
talk about your scissors.
No job.
Your scissors let you down because I think you had a good shape on a tank top here. Like it's not easy to get that shape to get to get it squared up as good as it was. Like that's very impressive, especially because you cut off the neck. But your scissors were like Tom Segura's left arm here. Seems like they betrayed you numerous different times. You know what I mean?
Listen, Pat, you got a kid now, right? I got kids. You got to have dull scissors in the house. You don't want kids slicing up things.
Hero.
Makes sense.
So
Okay.
you got to
Smart.
You got to big brain this, okay?
Yeah, well, I want to let you know I appreciate your effort and your parenting style. Thank you for joining us. Let's dive in. So LACC here, obviously you saw the videos. This is kind of the U.S. Open's thing, right? Like they always make the course as hard as possible. We see a lot of really good golfers make some terrible shots. Those are the clips that are coming out from this weekend. Who does that favor, you think, whenever we're looking at it? Obviously, Morales, who's an amateur, is 3 under through 10. You got shot. Obviously, Fowler is 2 under, which is a big move. Rahm is back to even. He's still at even or whatever. Who should we be looking at here, you think, to really have a big-time weekend, and who should we sprinkle some cash on?
Well, I mean, obviously the U.S. Open, you're likely going to see the cream rise to the top. The best players in the world are going to perform when the golf course is the most difficult, and the USGA typically brings that out. And guys, I think one time in the last 10 years, you've had an outright winner at over 50-1. So chances are we're going to see somebody that started out under 50-1 win this golf tournament. And Xander and Ricky Fowler getting off to such a good start on the back nine. The back nine is very difficult. If they can hold on through 16, 17, and 18, which are 3 really brutal holes, then there's some birdie opportunities on the front nine. So like if you're looking at live bets either now or as the week progresses, you know, as guys are playing the back nine, if they can hold on for the back nine and score on the front, things are looking really nice. So like Ricky and Xander being 2 under early is a big sign that those boys are feeling good right now. And I would look for them to score more on the front nine.
Who are these? These are guys that are good with their irons. That's what it is. Who can control the ball. That's the biggest deal, right, for the U.S. Opens, or no?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to test everything in the bag. So LACC looks to really set up best for total driving, which is like hit it as long but straight as possible, right? And hit your spots in the fairway, because these greens are brutal. We've already seen it. I've been watching coverage since it came on this morning. I really haven't even slept since freaking yesterday's Hammer Dahn.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dull scissors, not
slept.
sleeping,
What?
we're dadding,
What?
we're golfing.
What?
Hell yeah. What?
I've been capping since yesterday, dude. I'm like, and Brucey Braun threw some shade at me yesterday, and I still didn't sleep.
He didn't want you on the show today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Bruce
should have
hung
heard
over.
that.
That's not true.
No, Bruce did not want
Bruce
you on the
said,
show
"Don't
today.
bring DB on."
No,
He said that booze bag's going to be drinking by the time you have him on, and lo and behold, there's the dull scissor having son of a bitch drinking out of a beer stein. It appears.
Pretty sweet.
Was that a frosted mug at the beginning of this entire thing?
Oh, hell yeah, it was a frosted mug. And that's
2
a
days
double
ago.
IPA we put in there. I put the high test shit in there because, number one, I'm a full-time golf handicapper, and it's U.S. Open round 1, so what the hell do I have to do for the rest of the day? And number two, I was coming on with you, so I had to, calm the nerves a little bit.
Okay, cool. Happy you're boozing early. I appreciate that. And you're celebrating the U.S. Open. I mean, this is a big...
Come on, major.
This is a big deal. Yeah. You're saying that they're going to have to use everything in their bog. Okay.
It's got to be everything. Yeah, you're going to have to get up and down around the greens, too, because you're going to miss the greens here. I was watching this morning, and the morning here is when the greens are going to be the most receptive. And even this morning, you're watching balls bats around out there.
Nailed it.
The afternoon today and tomorrow is going to be a total, especially tomorrow when you're sweating your guys to make the cut. Tomorrow afternoon is going to be intense, boys. So just hold on. I think at the end of the week, the star of this U.S. Open is going to be Los Angeles Country Club, which is exciting.
Hey, that's kind of how the U.S. Open is every single year, it feels like. And I had one particular golfer I talked to, no big deal. Hey.
No big deal.
Just talking to golfers.
Plugged in.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Plugged in. I think they get excited for this type of event as well. I assume that they would hate it because I think Phil has said some things in the past, and other golfers mid-round have been like, thanks, USGA. Like, this course is fucking bullshit pretty much. But I think from the message that I got, some of these golfers, look forward to the challenge, right? Isn't that, something that they look forward to doing every single year?
Yeah, I mean, I think they look forward to the challenge. There's been some complaints in the last few years with the USGA just getting stupid with certain things. Phil's complaint when Phil hit the ball that was rolling on the green that one year. I can't remember where that was, but there have been some shady USGA setups. But LACC, first of all, is a course that we've not really seen a lot of. But the Gil Hans redesign has been fantastic. I think a lot of the players appreciate what he's done. And we've seen him featured on some of these other courses in recent majors. So I think the players are excited about LACC. Brooks Koepka in his press conference, I think it was yesterday or the day before, said that's why he thinks he has an edge. He's like, all these guys sit here and I think what he said is they just bitch about the course setup. And he's like, I just don't get caught up in that stuff. I go out there and I play my game, and everybody's playing the same course. And that's why I think, he has an edge. So I don't think you're going to hear a lot of complaints this week. LACC looks pretty nice.
It does, doesn't it? And the weather's always so nice.
It is.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. They got to worry about their AQI, though.
And the bums.
You know what I mean? Well, there's a lot of bums. I don't know if they're near LACC, but certainly in Los Angeles. So we've seen, that's our own report.
Exactly. That's just experience.
That's just what we have seen. And they seem to be living their best life, too.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
I'm in Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, that's that golf course down in Florida.
Yeah, in that region.
Oh, it's down there.
Near Louisiana.
It's down there in Georgia. I believe I've learned that you used to be member there?
No. Do I look like a guy who would have been a member of Augusta? No,
Not right now.
Not right now. No. I caddied there in college. I caddied 2 years in college when I was back in the day.
Hey, that's probably a pretty good gig, I'd assume, though.
Yeah.
I assume it's a pretty good gig over there.
It was a pretty fun gig. We had some good times.
I heard the caddy, what's it called, where you guys all, the
clubhouse?
The caddy house?
The caddy house. From what I've heard from people that have gotten to
play there.
Obviously play there. Mm-hmm. Pretty good time, good people. And then I heard is there something that takes place there? I've heard about this, obviously.
Yes.
There's a draft of who's caddying for who, potentially whenever. Is that something that takes place?
Yeah, so I don't know if they still do it that way. So I caddied there in 07, 08, I'm boomer approaching here. I caddied there in 07, 08, and back then, yes, there was a lottery system where if you were a part-time caddy, your chip goes in a bag and you had a caddy number. And when the bags from the full-time guys were all full, they would put your chips in the bag and you pull it out every morning to see if you even had a loop. So a lot of days you go into work and you don't necessarily get drawn, you don't get pulled, so you don't have work. But if you get pulled, if your chip gets pulled, then you get to go up on the board. But this is back in the day again. So you get to go up on the board and put your chip at the name of the member who was playing that day. So it was interesting. It was kind of an interesting lottery. Some guys would put their chips on names that they knew just tipped really well, and some guys would put their names on chips where you were likely to have some kind of famous person possibly playing or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard stories out of that. I've heard stories.
I bet you have.
Just from humans that I know that have been there. I've heard it is.
Sure.
I've heard it's remarkable down there.
Great time.
I've heard it's a wild, wild time. Yeah, Tone Diggs has a question for you, pal.
DB, the par threes here fascinate me. There's 2 of them over 280 yards. How are those playing today? Are we just fucking just gripping and ripping and hoping we're hitting greens when it's that far?
I think the par fives are definitely going to tell a lot of the story when you look at the end of the tournament on Sunday. Likely the guys up at the top probably played the par threes better than anybody, and then they made their birdies on the par five opportunities. I think it's kind of a hold on to your dick situation and maybe try to make par on those couple of long ones. People have talked about George Thomas, the original architect, kind of thinking of those as almost par 3.5s. So if you make par there, you're beating the field. It's going to play a little bit longer, I would guess, in the morning when the air's heavier and the ground is softer. But in the afternoon, we're going to see guys probably trying to just land it somewhere in front of the green and let it roll up. So far early, I think it's been playing even a little bit longer. So I haven't seen the ball bouncing or rolling up as much. But those are going to be fun holes to watch as the week progresses and they start messing around with the pin positions.
What are those guys playing there? 280-yard par threes. That they're playing 3-wood?
I think some of them might have to. Some of the little short knockers out there may have to. But I think a lot of guys I've talked to have said, this may be a situation where you're really trying to carry it maybe 250, 260 and let it roll up. Because
a little bump and run.
Okay.
A little bump and run from 280 out.
A little bump and run for 2. Yeah, there is a lot of short grass before those greens, so the ball is going to bounce and roll. And on at least one or two of them, you do not want to go off the back. So, if you can imagine being long on a 280-yard par 3, once this course does start getting baked out and firm and fast on the weekend especially, that could be a problem.
There's a chance I could be long on that.
Yeah.
There's also a chance I could be way left
Yeah, right.
Sure.
on that one, way right on that one.
Yep.
And even short on that one.
Yeah.
But there is a chance I could be long if I hit it just right.
Yeah.
Nobody's landing on the green there, huh? That ball's gone.
I think by the weekend, if we start seeing some of those, there's a chance that this place gets that firm. That's what everybody's talked about. All the caddies we've talked to, all the players we've talked to leading up to this have all said, the course is firmed even since Monday. So by the time the USGA is dealing with this puppy by Saturday and Sunday, it is going to be firm, and players are going to have to consider how far that ball is going to roll out.
Pac-Man Jones has a question for you, DB.
Hey, DB.
Oh, my God. Pac-Man. What up?
Hey, why didn't you dress like him, asshole? Racist.
Yeah, what's that about?
What's that all about? Yeah. Go ahead. Anyways, Pac.
Oh, my
Sorry
God.
about it, yeah.
Hey,
I didn't know Pac was going to be on.
DB, this is normally a low-scoring
jeez.
gig right
Hates
here.
Pac-Man.
He's gonna be, this guy hates you, Pac-Man.
If I'm betting what's going to win right here, what would you bet? -8, -7? -6.
You're kind of right on it, Pac-Man. I think we saw Vegas lines come out around 8.5 as the over/under was pretty much the consensus. So I don't think the USGA wants to see it get to 10. Personally, that's just an opinion. I don't know that they've said that, but I don't think they want a winner at 10 under. So they'll do whatever they can by the weekend to set it up however they need to. Now that doesn't mean somebody just can't get insane hot and make it happen. But I bet if anyone cracks 10, there'll probably be one person over 10 and everybody else will be a few shots behind. I think that 8 to 9 under score is what we're going to see.
Okay, Connor has a question for you about the rest of golf.
Yeah, DB, Brookie Cookie said in an interview that he was going to be at Travelers next weekend. Have those guys already started the process of, getting their tour card and getting back into the PGA, or is that something we won't see till next year?
That was a hilarious comment by Brooks.
Yep.
I freaking love that, first of all.
Yes.
No, there's not going to be any change unless we get another shocking announcement, which no one saw coming last week. But as far as we understand it so far, the PGA Tour season is going to continue how it's slated to continue, at least through the Tour Championship in Atlanta, right down the street from me, at the end of August. The LIV season, I've also heard, is going to continue what it's planned to do, which I don't think wraps up until November. So my guess is that the PGA Tour season is going to finish in August. The LIV season is going to finish in November, and I'm guessing the first time that we see the two sets come back together, and you have guys like Brooks playing in regular PGA Tour events. My guess is the earliest time we could see that happening would be January. But obviously things could change. There's so many unknowns still with the whole merger situation.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns, including a suspicious move just a couple days afterwards. Ty has a question for you, DB.
Yeah, DB, just curious if you've heard anything inside the ropes or from the clubhouse or anything like that. Was Jay Monahan poisoned? What exactly happened to him? It just kind of seems a little eerie that this guy would broker this massive deal and then all of a sudden, fake a heart attack or actually have a heart attack. What happened here? Are we ever going to see this guy again, or is he getting like reconstructive facial surgery and just moving off the face of the earth?
Oh, nice move.
Oh boy, Ty. Well, I'm going to have to be careful here. I will say this: I've heard nothing from our player and caddy friends. I think stress is a hell of a thing, folks. I think there is truly something that happened with Jay. I don't think this is some sort of deep fake. But I think the man has been under intense stress trying to do and say and juggle and carry the water that he's been carrying for the last 2 years. And I don't know. I don't know anything more than that. I don't want to pontificate.
Yeah, stress is real. I agree. It has gotten a lot of people. But to have stress means you have a conscience, too, which I guess is good news.
Yeah. Sure.
Right? Because you don't have a conscience. There's no stress.
Right.
Breaking for Monahan.
Yeah, sorry about it. Fuck. You going to golf or not? Are you going to be there? Sorry. Yeah, I'm flying private. Oh, see you guys at the FBO?
It is what it is.
All right, yeah, but him actually being like, a lot has happened here.
Yeah.
And having an actual conscience, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Everyone hates him, and he actually feels that.
Both sides hate him, and he understands that.
Yes.
That's potentially what's happening here. We hope he's okay. Who's winning? Who are you picking to win?
Listen, boys, I would love for one of two heartwarming stories to win, because if they do, I will get to take massive victory laps on Tommy Fleetwood and Ricky Fowler. If one of those two could win, it would be just wonderful. I don't know how you ignore either one of them the way they've both been playing. Neither one of them have won a major before. Obviously, we all know Ricky's story, but Matt Fitzpatrick
What is it? What's Ricky's story?
That he's been on tour for so long.
He's a motorcycle guy.
Yep.
Super cool.
Yep.
Yeah, has great fits.
Super cool.
Was with Puma.
He was in that when those dudes were rapping and golfing.
Golf boys.
Dick Fowler, PI.
Yeah.
He was with the crew when he was the only one without a wife or a girlfriend. And
he was doing this one.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was like one of those. So is that his story?
Real name's Richard.
First of all, I can't believe you referenced the Golf Boys. Actually, Hunter Mahan, who was one of the Golf Boys in that video, is going to be co-hosting with me on my show on Monday. I've even asked
Go, Hunty.
I've even asked him to wear his fur coat from the video. I don't know if he still has it, but we'll see.
Well, and then also get that fucking the hover.
Yeah, the hover golf cart.
Hover cart.
The Bubba Craft or whatever that thing.
I thought that was just going to become the norm. Now, granted, motorcycles are cool. Let's not. Motorcycle golf carts are cool. Let's not get crazy. That thing over there was pretty cool. It was a great gift from the boys. I appreciate it. Haven't used it on a course yet. Think it might be difficult to do all that, but very,
so
very cool.
Sweet.
Very cool. The hovercraft was going to be the thing. The golf boys introduced that to me. I'm like, holy hell, I'm going to a golf course. I'm hopping on a goddamn hovercraft. And then I'm just able to drive on the green because there's no
wheels.
This is the answer.
Yeah.
Here we are, how many years later, fucking PJs live, and we still don't have a hovercraft. Damn, DB.
Pat, you did get the ESPN bag, brother. I think you can get yourself a hovercraft. I think you should get one.
Is that just something that's purchasable? Because I know they got that little whale thing that I can go into the lake.
They have that jetpack thing that's for water as well.
Yeah, that's from the Zupanzas. Who's the Zupa? Zapata. I'm going to buy their thing, yeah. To your point about having a bag too much money, I am getting a jetpack. So that's on its way. But the Hunter Mahan boys, why don't you ask them, what day is that? That's going to be Monday, Tour Junkies podcast?
Yeah, man. Monday, Tour Junkies podcast, our betting preview for the Travelers next week. Elevated event, so it's still got the big names playing next week too.
Well, unless Rory says I don't want to do it. Remember that happened at the first one? Was that the first elevated event?
Yep.
Right after.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll still be fine if Rory wants to sit another one out.
Oh, Rory lost his draw.
Well, you don't think Rory's needed? What you just said to hell with Rory?
I think I think Rory's kind of. I think he's just kind of been kind of
Whoa!
DB, tired of the shtick. Kind of what? Wow.
I didn't know this was how the golf community felt. I felt like he was your superhero, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
wasn't he
the
the golf
captain.
community superhero?
Pat, I do not represent all of the golf community. I don't know.
Right now you do on the show.
Yeah.
Siwoo Kim is my golf hero, so it's not Rory McIlroy. And I think Rory has made less fans, not more fans, over the last 2 years, at least to some.
Well,
I still think he's obviously a great player.
Out of you, he's made less of a fan. It sounds like, geez, you don't like because he's Irish? Is that what it is? Augusta, Georgia.
No, I love.
Yeah, he's got curly hair, baby.
Yeah.
Keep your
I love
accent.
Shane Lowry. I love Shane Lowry. He's
Fats.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What's everybody's deal?
He's right.
That's Patrick.
All right,
Reed.
we appreciate you,
my
man.
bad.
We appreciate you. We hope Fowler gets a dub because we all know his story.
Yep.
And we hope Fleetwood's able to bounce back after having an entire country after him last weekend.
Yep.
That was fantastic cinema. Obviously, great drama. Can't wait to hear the podcast with Hunter Mahan on Monday. We appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Barnett.
Boys, thanks for having me.
Thank you, pal. We'll answer some phone calls on the 500 phone line, 1-833.
12
Yeah,
bucks.
a little bit of
1-833.
indigestion.
1-833-432-3663. I don't know if you heard during it, my entire body was making a sound out of my mouth. I had these little beef sticks, and then I had a Coke Zero.
Oh, those
Not
little-
a great
What?
mix.
Concoction.
That was right before I was
Sound
talking
like
to
a
him.
bomb.
It was. It actually was. As he was giving an answer, I heard my body going out of my mouth. I couldn't stop it.
Yep.
I could hear it through my headphones. I'm like, all right, we got to get away from the mic. And then it was vibrating the desk, hitting that whole thing.
Yep.
So I almost had a Vesuvius situation, which I'm hearing.
Yeah.
What's that?
Watch out for the volcanoes.
Yeah, seismic activity.
Oh, my God.
Yellowstone.
That's not good.
All of them are erupting.
That's not good.
If it were
news.
to erupt, it would take out all of the U.S., all of Canada, and all of Mexico.
Some of Mexico and Canada.
Some of Mexico and
Even
Canada. excuse
Florida?
me.
The internet's on some shit right now. The internet really is at a full-on, everything's about to collapse, we're all going to die.
That's right.
What do you do if that happens?
You
You
just
just die. Yeah.
You can't like get in
That's
your
like
car.
you're on a plane type situation. You
How
know?
long does it take to get over here?
the,
What,
the
to
actual
die?
takes
The
a few
lava.
days. No, it's not the lava.
Then what kills you? The
It's the
asphalt?
ash. the
in
ash cloud.
atmosphere.
So you just have to get in your car and just
So you know those things that people do
Smelling salts.
smelling salts, yeah. Do them
that
all the time.
is actually the
Ammonia.
Yep.
so I guess that also floods air right after volcano.
Yeah, it just basically makes the land uninhabitable, poisonous.
So you got
Air's unable to be
Blocks out the sun.
We're talking
Okay.
nuclear winter, Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you just
Can't
head,
stand your
you
car.
head right and then you hit the water and
You're
you
going-
get in a boat.
bingo.
Okay.
And then you try to outrun it like you're Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street
Sure.
trying to get up to Switzerland.
Exactly.
And then you're going to run into some stuff. And then what they're saying is there's potentially another one on that other side that's coming to meet you this way.
Yeah.
It's like you can maybe outrun the cop car, but that radio is going to be tough to get. In this particular case, it's the other volcano from the other side kind of coming in on you.
Yeah, but we just have to get to what? Like
Middle of the Atlantic.
north left of Florida, and then Jimmy Graham picks us up in his helicopter.
sweet.
Oh, yeah.
And then we go to his boat and he saves us.
There's a volcano erupting from space, obviously. So, you know how people take drones up in the middle of fireworks on 4th of July? NASA takes them up in the top of volcanoes.
I like that.
You know, I do appreciate us getting this type of analytics, and we appreciate it. And we hope everybody's safe. And that's one of those things, you know, all of us should just look in the mirror and realize there ain't fucking a thing we can do.
Yeah, I can't control it.
Unless you have a life straw and a gas.
Oh, my God.
What?
You don't like
Oh, you don't
water?
have a life straw? That's what I just heard.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we need to get you a life straw.
You're fucked.
Not drinking my piss.
No.
Nah,
don't
drink
have
Connor's
to.
piss.
Yeah.
That's what you.
We'll swap pisses.
So it's not your own.
Yeah,
piss.
it's like a soda fountain. All
I'd
the
pee
flavors
for you,
are different.
See, I'm going to a creek probably.
Yep.
But if you guys want to pee in each other's bottles
Creek
and do whatever you got to do, you do what you got to do.
Going
straw
into the
save?
tree.
You need that survival straw though, Pack. Okay.
One for every car.
Let's go to Gavin in Austin, Texas on the 500 phone line. 1-833-432-3663 is the number to get on there. We'll always have a phone line.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
That's a roll of the dice though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Little risky.
No, because there's a chance call sucks.
Yep.
Has happened on this particular program.
Absolutely. Time.
Only once.
I was gonna say time and time again, but
yeah, I just didn't want anybody to feel
Right.
terrible and think that we think that their call has
Right.
sucked because we do appreciate people that call.
Yeah.
for sure.
Not easy to build the guts to call.
Mm-hmm.
So people that call, we do appreciate. Some people have no self-awareness. they're calling in because they're supposed to be on.
Yeah.
Those people either home runs or absolute misses.
Right.
So we're not talking to those people. Right. But those people that are scared to call, get on, and have a good convo, and it's not good for a show, but it was a cool convo, we don't want to tell them their call sucks, even though for this particular case, their call did suck.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? We are doing a show.
Yeah. We also got hot just saying nothing after picking up the phone for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We handle calls a little differently. Let's go to Gavin in Austin, Texas. Gavin, what's going on down there, pal?
What's up, Pat? What's up, boys?
Hell yeah, Gavin. Excited for your energy. You go by the comedy mothership down there?
Oh, yeah. Joe Rogan's got that thing popping every single night.
Yeah, I see like Ron White's in there literally every single night. I think Rogan's in there every single night. Tony
Mule?
Tony Mule is not in there
Tony
yet.
Hinchcliffe.
Hinchcliffe is in there. Yep, he's in there. I think Segura stops by on a very regular basis.
Bert.
It's like
Yeah, Theo Vaughn, too.
Theo's there. Bert was there. It's like what it used to be over in L.A. at that one
Comedy store?
Yeah, now it's like down there in Austin. Looks like a cool place. Looks like a fun night.
Never seen it.
It's like Tuesday. They got Rogan, Ron White, like Chappelle stops by.
Pretty good lineup.
It's like that's like on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's unreal.
I think, right? I'm saying this accurately, Gavin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's every night. And then everybody just kind of comes in unplanned, and all of a sudden you got, a headliner just showing up for 15 minutes. So it's pretty neat.
How long have you lived in Austin?
I just moved down here.
Okay, so I was going to say.
Job at Tesla, so.
Oh, congratulations. And there was a chance Austin was going to be the home to Earth and space activities when Elon moved over there after Rogan moved over there after everybody was moving to Austin, Texas. But I believe the people that are like OG Austin, Texas people, they fucking hate Gavin.
Oh, yeah.
They do not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Especially being from California.
Oh, they hate Gavin.
And
down
what
there.
you're doing with those batteries.
Hey, enjoy yourself, though. Enjoy the city, all right? Have a good time. Gavin, what do you want to talk about, pal?
Hey, so, Pat, I know you've been in that golf simulator a lot, right? And A.J. Hawk, he as toxic as he is, he hits the shit out of that ball. But there's going to be coming a time and day where you're going to be able to outdrive AJ. So does AJ have the consistency to beat you consistently?
Thank you, Gavin. Great question. I can say with a pretty matter of fact, I will never outdrive AJ Hawk.
Yeah,
Just
it's going to be tough.
Similar ages, not like he's going to fall off at some point. If he was like 10 years older than me, I might be able to get his fucking ass whenever he turns 50.
Sure.
And I'm like still at 40, and I still got a little explosion. AJ's body is going to last longer than mine, even though he is older than me.
He's getting a little loose in the cage, though.
I don't think so. He's getting tighter and tighter.
I know.
He's doing those body fat tests with Bobby Carter.
Every week,
Yeah, they're actually that's how they compete.
Yeah.
Think about that.
He's lifting weights every day.
Oh, yeah.
Every morning he's doing cardio. He's doing full college football workout.
Hour and a half.
Chicken and rice every day.
Yeah, he only eats the same food. He's committed to the game. So to your point, Gavin, if I could hit the ball as far as AJ Hawk, I'd be a better golfer than him for sure. Michael Block said that about Rory. He got canceled pretty much.
Yep.
I think people would appreciate that if I did say that, but I would never be able to hit the ball as far as AJ is a sideshow.
It's absurd
with how far he hits the. It is a freak show. It is a carnival. It is a state fair. If he was to go and enter those long drive contests where they give you actually telephone poles, I think he would win it without much training. I'm watching these people, and the long drivers, they have those massive drives. And I got nothing but respect. I can never fucking touch what they're doing. So the fact that they hit the ball as solid with how big of a driver that they have, but they do like that rock thing, and they like get into it. If AJ was to learn that technique with the telephone pole driver that they're using, I believe he would be the greatest of all time over there.
For sure.
He's hitting it 360, 370 every fucking time.
It's a long way.
Like that is so far.
Forever.
That's farther than he's like. I think Rory hit one 371 or something like that, or 361. It was a massive deal. Like if AJ hits one 361, we're worried about him. We're like, is everything okay?
You're falling off a little.
And that's with a basic ass driver, one that he just got sent to his house because he's friends with Aaron Rodgers. It's not like his clubs are like fitted for him or anything like that. Here's a wooden one. It's a wooden, that's like from 1920. Gone. See ya. That ball probably landed over the fucking green.
Yeah.
He just hits the ball so far. And he goes into a simulator at night and all of his anger that he has, which we know is a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't be that toxic without a lot.
Yeah.
He remembers when he didn't get to play.
He goes into that golf simulator, when they benched him against Mike Vick because he wasn't athletic enough. He thinks about that. He thinks about everything else going on in the world. And he just hits like, I think 100 drives a night. And in the simulator, the tee box, you can. Like,
oh, yeah.
Maybe the rough you can't, the sand you can't, the fairway is going to be tough, but T-box is up there.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he practices his drive a lot, and it is working. So, Gavin, to your point, or what you asked, I'm never going to be able to drive the ball as far as A.J. Hawk, and neither are you.
Yeah.
And that is
well,
that is kind of how it goes with everybody that's listening to this conversation right now.
That long drive contest in Tahoe, I think he hit his 300 yards and it's sliced, but it's still registered as 300 yards. Like if he hits that thing straight, it's going to go 380 yards.
Now, I don't think spends any time. He does because he's got hands and everything. AJ could be a very good golfer.
Yeah.
Like a very, very, very good golfer. Every course is much shorter with how far he hits it. I mean, every par 5 is an eagle opportunity because of how far he hits it. Might as well just be a par 4. He's incredible at what he does. Anyways, let's get to boom. And it looks like that too. So you watch it, you go, this guy's going to start spraying it into the woods. Has to.
Fading away.
Can't hit it solid every single time. He can. He has developed that. That's his actual technique.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler falls, he does his thing, and then Finau does what he does, and Rahm does what he does. That's AJ's swing that he has crafted in his basement while being pissed off at all of his kids. And he murders the ball.
In terms of, out driving you, that's fine. But you're going to make your hay with your wedges and your putter like we saw last Sunday. I'm telling you what, if you are playing
really good
like that with your wedges and your putter, you're going to be just fine.
Let's have a better year this year than we did last year at Tahoe. Got to keep up with the sandbagger that is AJ Hawk. Let's take a break. He'll join us on the other side.
What?
Let's go.
I think he's going to be pissed off about that Californian down in Austin thinking that I'll ever catch him.
Yeah.
He's going to say, yeah, maybe you'll be able to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You might. You never know.
Out of pocket.
I don't play that much. You play a lot.
The U.S. Open is currently happening. We'll keep everybody updated. We'll take more phone calls. And also, we'll cover some more of the drama around the NFL. Herbert, that was not real.
No,
Nope.
Jonathan Taylor, not real.
Nope.
Fake.
Carson Wentz is back on a football field, though.
Here we go.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take 5. We're about to break some news. Ladies and gentlemen, a franchise has called to its fans to find a new logo for their team. Cleveland Browns said we need a new dog logo. We put an elf in the middle of the field, and people had a little bit of a backlash because we have the dog pound. We are dogs. Now we need a new logo. So they said, hey, any fans want to go ahead and draw one? Go ahead. They have 2 finalists, ladies and gentlemen. 1 fan created, 1 internally created. And it is now time for the Cleveland Browns fans to learn their fate of the next dog logo. Bringing in the box that will obviously tell us what is the winner is Brownie the Elf.
Wow.
Brownie!
Brownie get here.
Does he talk?
Brownie,
No.
they're just staring each other down. I do not believe he speaks. Let's go home.
Stand up, Diggs. Come on.
Drum roll, please. So this is a dog by a dog for the dog.
Hell yeah.
Rated in wheat, Brownie.
Suck it.
Oh, let's go shake their hands.
Oh.
Let's go shake their hands.
Oh!
Suck it.
Truce.
Okay.
Hey, that was fun to see. Good AFC Northwest.
Oh,
Oh, Brownie said last word. Brownie, in the elf community, how high are you in the hierarchy of elves? At the top.
Not more than Harry Potter.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What about the cookie elves? They're pretty hip.
Whoa.
What does a Brownie the elf eat, if you have to guess?
Poop.
What do you eat? I don't know. What do you do?
Brownies.
What is it?
Did Brownie wear the whole situation all the way here from Cleveland, you think, in the car?
What do you mean this is every day? This ain't
Yeah.
a situation.
Yeah, he wakes up.
He said this is a costume. AJ said this is a costume, potentially, and you're not an actual elf. That's what AJ said.
No, AJ.
No, not me.
AJ's up
AJ
there.
Hawk.
Right there.
That guy.
Right there.
Flip him off, Brownie.
Yeah, let him know.
Come on, tell him.
Oh! Brownie didn't eat. He eats bugs.
Yeah, he picked your bogeys.
Yeah, elves love picking bugs.
Yeah, they big. Is that the second favorite thing he eats, I wonder?
Oh, yeah, because
Bugs.
Brownie's number 1,
Yeah.
bugs number 2.
Bugs 2.
Dog poop around the stadium.
3. Yeah.
Dog pound.
Yeah. Yeah. For the dog.
He thought he was getting
Dog pound.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, here we go.
That's not a free throw,
Right in
though.
front of the free.
Buddies here, Brownie.
Oh, but that's it. You lose.
No.
Oh, the runner.
All right, since you made it on the second one, we'll go 20 people, $500, because Brownie's an absolute baller. But then as we learn more and more about you, and I think the Masters does a great job of telling stories, and that's why it is so big internationally, I'm a small swinger, half swinger as well. The reason why I do it is because I'm not athletic enough to make solid ball contact, so I have to shorten that thing down, and I'm nowhere near as flexible. I learned about you that your swing is like that potentially because you were born with club foot. Is that the true beginnings of why your swing is the way it is?
I've learned recently that when it comes to club foot, I'm in a less severe end of the spectrum based on the people I've met. But if I have to give you an image, I mean, if this is my leg and my foot, right? Looking from the side, my leg up until the ankle's fine, and then my foot was turned 90 degrees and then another 90 degrees as well. So the whole outside of my foot and the top of my toes were on the ground.
When was this? When you were a child?
I was born like that. Hey, buddy. Look, you get it.
What's up, buddy?
There you go. So,
how are you?
You want to bring me a chip? Look at that. You know that they were hungry?
Hell yeah, that's the most relatable thing. I'm keto. I can't eat that.
So the funny thing is, I was born with that, and then at the time the process is they took my foot and broke it into place. So an specialist broke my ankle in place, cast it right away. My parents saw me with the cast on within 20 minutes of being born. What that did is, when you're growing so much, how you doing? Look at that. Don't cancel the show.
Now you do whatever you want.
When you're developing as a child so quickly, that leg didn't develop the same way. So from knee down, it's smaller. See you later, buddy. Go with him.
Hey, see you, dude.
He likes being on TV.
Hell yeah, you look very natural. And he's incredibly cute.
Yeah.
So from the knee down, just developed differently?
From knee down, my leg is a little shorter. For most Americans, about half an inch. And then my right foot is smaller as well, with very limited mobility. The way my ankle developed, it's barely anything. So for that reason, I had to get 2 surgeries to stretch my Achilles tendon to get a little bit more mobility. But even then, it's very, very, very limited. So when you're talking about loading your right hip in golf, my ankle can't support a full turn. Therefore, 3/4 swing. That's basically what it is in a nutshell. It helps to be a big enough athlete in golf that still get the leverage to hit it long enough. But yeah, that's the way I have the swing I have.
Hey,
Why?
Let's go! This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this U.S. Open Thursday, June 15th, 2022. Hour 2 of this program starts right now. Sports are happening, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
We got U.S. Open major happening at this exact time. It just switched off the Peacock coverage. Now it's on USA Network. We'll be watching the boys battle against LACC to see who can win the biggest prize of the year in the PGA, which is over $3 million to the winner. We have been told that those who can hit every shot in the bag will be the one that'll win the U.S. Open. That is Adam Pac-Man Jones. That is one half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboys Tone Diggs. That is the Toxic Table that is resided by 2 fine men, at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt, rocking a sweet new hat, Ty.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Jack Carr. He sent a box of some stuff today. You can see he's got the Winkler axes on here. I put it on. Very, very comfortable. I love this hat. This might be my new hat.
We're not 100% sure how we became on good graces with Jack Carr.
That's a good thing to be good graces with.
We are pumped about it.
Oh, yeah. Really pumped.
We fucking love Jack Carr.
He's the best.
We watched him save the world through Chad Speed's eyes and other Brzezinski's eyes and Margarita Donatello's eyes.
Of course.
And Jim's eyes, obviously, whenever he took out Arthur I. Fischel.
That's right.
Artie Fischel for short. The way he comes into this office, super cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Just, hey, how you guys doing? Yeah.
So you take photos.
Want a little whiskey? Do a little photo. Hey, I'll do the. Yeah, I'll shoot somebody in the head. You want me?
Yeah, why not?
I'll do that.
Love
hey,
doing
next
that.
time, gonna come back too. We'll schedule something in Indiana. Come back. So it's like, yeah. Hey, Jack, you ever need anything from us, you let us know.
That's right.
And then we just got this massive box of gifts from him today.
Incredible.
That hat, there's a hoodie in there, there's a shirt in there.
Flask.
There's a flask, a glass flask that you're probably going to see in my back pocket in a lot of places, especially if I need to look a lot cooler. We want to let Jack Carr know, who has the #1 book in every single category,
Hell yeah.
whether it's ebook, a hardback, the
paperback,
voiceover one,
Audio book.
paperback, all that shit. I mean, he has it all. He's the man. We appreciate it. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
For your service and your friendship, apparently. Joining
Yes,
us
sir.
now is a man whose friendship is one that you have to hold in high regard because the guy's accomplished so much shit.
That's right.
He is currently the reigning, defending, undisputed champion of Ohio, which basically makes him the president of Ohio.
What?
He's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner, and a man who was able to procreate 10 different times successfully with Brady Quinn's sister.
Wow.
He's a multi-time COVID survivor. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
What's up?
Whoa.
What'd I do?
You tell me.
Yeah,
what I did.
Jesus.
Was it the Brady?
Coming in here with sour grapes.
Stone
trying to-
face. Someone
I'm trying
woke
to
up.
change it up a little bit. Jeez,
Is this like a pact you guys made off camera to be weird when I came on, or what?
No.
You tell us. Is it a pact you made
like
to
something's
be
up.
weird when you came on?
You
I
should
mean,
have seen your own face.
is
man.
everything all right, pal? Is it,
Everything's great. Yeah, I just saw Brady this morning. Actually, that's what got me thinking. I had breakfast with him. He's in town.
Oh, you got on a phone.
Oh, what you guys have? You guys had egg whites and egg whites,
That's
egg
it.
whites,
Uh-huh.
Quinoa.
egg whites and water.
Oatmeal with nothing.
I had a bunch of scrambled eggs and some oatmeal. It was great.
Okay, what did he have?
knew it.
Same thing, right? Same thing.
Yeah, similar thing, I think.
Is he on the body fat percentage duel that you're with Bobby Carpenter as well?
For the record, haven't tested my body fat since they made me 15 years ago.
That's a lie.
I never do that on my own. But no, Brady naturally is an absolute freak. He walks around at like 4% body fat, probably.
God.
You
He
know,
just takes that. He pops that top off.
Oh, all the time.
He's like, "Hey kids, what do you want? You go run through a sprinkler?"
yeah, jump in the
He's super
pool.
tan too. He's naturally tan all the time as well.
And super attractive. Think about Brady. Imagine being Brady Quinn, and then he's not scared to hop in there too.
No.
Like, hey, don't let this handsome face and chiseled body fool you. You want to battle a little bit? We can certainly do that.
I'll
Mix
rip
it up.
I am strong in my belief. What do you say last year? The Jets were dead by when?
Oh, for 8 by the time they get to the bye week.
Now the Jets are in a position where they have Aaron Rodgers, but he was very like all of New York was attacking him.
Yeah, nonchalant.
And Brady was like, I don't care. Yeah. Do you want me to go on another show? I'll say it again.
I said what I said.
I love that. Your family is obviously incredibly successful. Let's talk about some teams that are going through some fake stuff right now. We led off the show talking about Justin Herbert potentially saying he was going to have a hold-in. Then we actually listened to this stuff, and then we got an actual statement from the Chargers saying Justin Herbert never alluded to anything being wrong with contract negotiation and never wanting to hold in. But the fact that a question was asked about his strategy, and then another reporter said, are you contemplating a hold-in? And he gives a whole answer about what the role of a quarterback is, what he couldn't do, what would make the team better. And then he says at the end, I guess we'll see. And if you type it up, the way I guess we'll see is certainly a response to a question about a hold-in.
Right.
But if you listen to what he actually said, it's like, yeah, but I guess we'll see, kind of two different narratives. The reason why it's such a big deal, though, is because Herbert's deal is going to change the market. We all assume whoever's next after Herbert, because we think Burrow's probably going to go first, then Herbert's going to go, or Herbert first, then Burrow. Nonetheless, massive ordeal, young superstar, no drama at all, even though it sounded like there was for a bit, AJ. Your thoughts on the state of the internet with NFL rumors and also Justin Herbert and the Chargers?
Well, it's June 15th. Mini camps are wrapping up. So, yeah, people are going to run with things. But it would be stupid for Justin Herbert to not at least leave a little mystery about his contract. It'd be dumb for him to say, absolutely not. I will be here every day no matter what. He needs to – the team needs to know, hey, it's possible that we don't have this guy. He's here and he's not participating.
So that would be a very different Justin Herbert than the Herbert that we got to meet coming out of Oregon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because coming out of Oregon – we said to him, like, obviously, do you have a shoe deal done yet? He said, no, I don't have a shoe deal done, but it would definitely be with Nike. I was like, or
Under Armour.
it'll be with Adidas. He's like, no, it'll be with Nike. I'm like, do you have the deal done yet? He's like, no. I'm like, or it'll be with Adidas. And he's like, no, I'm doing it with Nike. Like, Herbert is very much, I think, an old school guy. Like, I think the way he acts.
Yes.
There was a video the other day of him walking through the media session, and if you take a little look-see at his left hand, you will appreciate and respect this big, tall, handsome son of a bitch more. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Why am I here? Can't wait to do the interview. Thanks for having me. How you doing? He just hates everything that isn't football, it seems. So whenever you're talking about contract stuff, like, that's not football. They'll deal with that. We do a hold-in. It's like quarterback's supposed to be a training camp.
Yes.
We are trying to win the game. So I think he is just that type of old school guy since day one, always will be. But the Chargers got a good one, and hopefully they're able to get that thing done.
Very, very true. His middle finger is so long.
Oh, yeah.
Big son of a bitch.
Yeah, he did that thing.
Yep.
What did his hands measure at the combine?
18?
10 and a half.
For real. Does he does he have a Joker type feel to him? How he just wants to ball? That's it.
Yeah, I enjoy the fact that he is kind of like from America, still a little Serbian.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, I enjoy that. So, like, I got a chance to meet his dad. I've told the story before, but I think it goes into all that we're talking here. He grew up in a family that, like, loves football.
Die-hard fans.
The art of football. What football is in its entirety. They grew up respecting and appreciating the strategy, the reasoning, how players are supposed to be good. Like him and his family, and his brothers are very athletic and talented as well. They grew up playing football like in their living room in Oregon when they didn't have furniture yet when they moved into this house. They painted on uprights on the wall, and after every score, they had a kick and they actually had punts. So it was like him and his family. He's grown up like respecting football so much, it seems like, was the story that I got from his dad before College Game Day on the campus of Oregon, which is beautiful.
Beautiful.
It is fucking beautiful out there. So it feels like Herbert is a guy that will not do a hold-in, would ever want to distract at all from football. So I think that is why potentially the Chargers and everybody else was like, hey, he's been asked questions about his contract all spring, and he has said that it's not worried about it. We do not want this type of bullshit to live on, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, do you think that maybe he wants to wait either way because in Kellen Moore's offense he might see himself playing even better? Like, do you think there's a chance that he might have his best season yet and that signing it right now might not play to his favor?
Boy, I don't know.
I think him and Joe, like, that is the contract will handle itself. I'm ready to focus on football.
You think Joe's deal is going to get done?
Yeah, I think Joe deal get done real soon.
Joe should.
What if Duke Tobin says, hey, Joe, I listened to you do an interview the other day, and you were asked about who's the greatest quarterback. And the answer that you gave, we did not have the video, was it's got to be Pat. You know, it's got to be Pat, especially because that whole thing. And Duke's like, well, this is what Pat's making. Okay.
All right.
You said, your words, run it back. Run it. This is you, right?
Not as good as he is.
Look how good your hair is.
Yeah, sweet hair band.
He's the best. So we just offer your words, what you're saying, not ours. We drop that $5 million a year, probably.
Yeah.
And then boom, we got a deal, right?
We done?
We done here?
See you later.
You said it on me. You're kind of. This is your idea, not mine.
Yeah.
Duke wouldn't do that, but think if a team did that, and then the quarterback is supposed to still have respect for the team and be lucky to be here. Worse things have been done in negotiating contracts in the NFL. Worse things have been said to people whenever contracts are being negotiating. I mean, there is some ugly times. But to Pac-Man's point, Duke knows the deal's going to get done with Joe.
Yeah.
Tom Telesco knows the deal is going to get done with Justin Herbert, and both players seem to know. That's good. Maybe this is what deals are like in the future. Like, instead of all the shit that potentially comes with putting a value on a human for a real first time, and you know what everybody else's value is as well. So it's a real life Madden score happening. Oh, that you think I'm better than this, worse than this person, better than this person. That's what you're saying with the money. Normally that can get a little dramatic. Feels like these two are going pretty smooth.
Yeah, but we're also talking about franchise quarterbacks where the team knows this is our guy. We don't have to go search and find somebody else. Like, it's a 100% no-brainer. We want to re-sign this person for the long term. It's not like that at other positions.
So we just sent a cold text to Tom Telesco, see if he'll come on the show.
Nice.
We won't be a 15, 20-minuter. It'll just be hey, when you were on the show before, you said you're not losing any sleep over the Herbert deal.
Mm-hmm. Are you now?
That's the guy.
We'll see.
That's the guy.
We still sleeping? How's that pillow?
Yeah, not as
Toss it
nice.
and turn it?
A little worried now.
Because reporters are saying hold in, and then
he's thinking about it.
I guess.
He's flipping off your camera guy.
Yeah, you guys are.
Who's his agent?
Is he a Mulligeta guy?
Do you think it matters
Should be.
who goes first between those two, or do you think they already both have their numbers set and it's just semantics at this point?
Go ahead, Pack.
I don't think it matters. He's in L.A., so that number might be a little bigger anyway because of.
Then Joe's? Oh, see, I was thinking.
I was going to say
I was thinking
cost
Joe.
of living?
I was thinking Joe. I mean, cost of living, taxes, all that shit could come into play. I was thinking Joe was like, "Hey, Jalen Hurts, here's the deal." I was thinking Herbert was like,
Josh Allen.
Joe get way more than Hurts though. That's not even like that's comparison, but that ain't comparison, is it?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. I think Joe Burrow I think he's comparing contract. I would assume the Bengals, Joe Burrow, are trying to bring in different contracts to be compared to what Herbert's comparing to. I'm not saying Joe's been in Super Bowl. Joe has obviously done his whole thing. Herbert, I know what happened in playoffs and everything like that, which is wild to think about, and they come back and get a massive win. But, I don't think Herbert's getting as much as Joe.
No way.
No way.
I also think Joe might take a little less because of what he said about, hey, we have to pay T and Jamar and some other guys.
But Joe gets a little bit more than Jalen and Lamar, right? And then Herbert gets more than what Kyler got.
Yeah, I'm going to text him. He's on a plane.
Yeah, Herbert feels like what Josh Allen, like a little more than Kyler. And
Well, no, Josh Allen per year, I think, is actually less than Kyler, which is mind-boggling. Let me look.
Structure matters too, though. If the team has an out after 3 years or whatever, that's what they do when they're not 100% sold on the guy going to be there for 7-8 years.
All right, so I just texted Tom Telesco and say, you still sleeping well with this Herbert deal? We'll see what his answer is. Okay. You know what I mean? We will see how that all pans out. Probably won't answer at all. You're on a microphone. You're terrible at keeping things inside. So he might not answer because it might give up leverage. But those deals all seemingly getting done. Running back deals, AJ, seemingly not getting done. Jonathan Taylor was asked about it because, if he has another great year, because he was MVP conversation 2 years ago. If he was to have another great year this year, which could happen with Anthony Richardson and Steichen's new offense, he's staring down his future in Saquon and Dalvin Cook, Zeke potentially, even though everybody on the internet seems to be in agreement that Zeke is not a football player anymore.
Yeah. No.
That is kind of what is being said.
Pretty much. Huge bummer.
I did not expect that from everybody. I understand Tony Pollard kind of took over the limelight down there as the Dallas Cowboys running back, but everybody's just talking about Zeke as if he can't play football anymore. It's like, okay, I mean, maybe that's the case. I feel like, I don't know if that's real, but seemingly he's not even in there. Saquon, though, Dalvin Cook going through it. What do you think this says for Jonathan Taylor? How do you feel like Jonathan Taylor is going to bounce back? And are you a fan of JT as an Indianapolis Colt?
I mean, how could you not be a fan of Jonathan Taylor? I just remember watching
there was
him.
times where he was losing so many yards every fucking play.
I'm talking about, I remember, I'm going back to his Wisconsin days and watch him run for 400 yards and 7 touchdowns. It felt like every single time you got to watch him play. So I remember that guy and obviously the success he's had in the NFL, but I just don't know what it looks like for running backs trying to get second deals.
Well, especially if you're not certified, right? Not that Jonathan Taylor isn't. He isn't, though. Last year was not good.
No.
Nope.
No matter what the reason was, that will be held against him. That will be held against him in contract negotiations. Mm-hmm. The fact that he is a running back will be held against him in contract negotiations. Mm-hmm. The fact that he has had a bad year. Like when Derrick Henry got paid, it was because Derrick Henry just led him all the way to Kansas City. They were in the lead. Yeah. It's like, hey, this is the guy, and he had been a guy. Now, first couple years wasn't the guy. Then he became the guy and never looked back. Jonathan Taylor was a guy, became a guy quickly, and then wasn't a guy. And then if he comes back, that'll be held against him regardless.
Yeah, they was talking about trading Derrick Henry this year.
Yeah, because they're paying him $25 billion.
Yeah. Let alone
new GM as well. I mean, it's a whole. That position sucks to be in.
Yeah, it sucks. And you brought him up earlier, Austin Eckler. He's getting $6 million a year. How can you?
No, they gave him $1.5 million in incentives. Remember?
Right. Yeah, true. He has an escalator,
touchdowns.
but that's $7.5 million for Eckler, who's arguably one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Let's go away from the running back conversation and move to the wide receiver market, which has DeAndre Hopkins at the top of it. He went to Tennessee, had a good time, saw Tim McGraw, had his hat on, walked down Broadway.
Cool car.
He went golfing with Raves. He was in the Sprinter van. I mean, everything was going good down there. Is he going to be a Titan? To hell with everybody else. Well, he's not going to New England because logistics and Bill Belichick isn't a travel agent. Well, actually, he is going to New England on Wednesday and on Thursday. No, he's going on Thursday. A lot of speculation about this entire trip. Got in there yesterday. Allegedly, there's a lot of optimism right now about D-Hop and the Patriots striking a deal while he is in New England. Bill Belichick doesn't do a lot of visits. Bill Belichick isn't a big wine and dine. Okay, you get to play here. We don't need you to play here. What? But in this case, he seems to put a little bit more interest, a little bit more effort. D-Hop with the Patriots. How do you feel about it, AJ? Would be a great weapon for Mac Jones, who also has an offensive human and offensive coordinator again.
Huge deal.
It would be great. He does seem like, the veteran, like being a vet like him that plays as hard as he does, that kind of sets the tone offensively. Doesn't he feel like a Bill Belichick veteran guy that goes there and has huge success? That's what it feels like right now.
And another thing that made me think here
But they had Tom Brady back then when they were bringing guys like Randy Moss in, so it was a little bit different.
Yeah, so maybe Tom helps a bit. And also, I think what's interesting about the D-Hop story is there was rumors about, practice and all that other stuff. The people that are seemingly interested are all people that have been around him before.
And then coasting.
Vrabel was in Houston. He's like, yeah, we will.
Want
Well,
him.
we heard he doesn't. Nah,
No,
don't worry.
take
He's
him.
fucking D-Hop, though.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't care.
He will. We got him. And then up in New England, it's Bill, the head coach.
Bill
Right.
O'B, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
The everything.
There's rumors that he's not, and he's not. And Bill O'Brien's like, yeah, but he does. That's not all true. But if he has 4 guys on him, I've seen him. You just throw the ball.
See him on Sunday.
And he'll just catch it. So this is a whole different. So people that are familiar with him are the most interested in bringing him in. I think that's good news for D-Hop as a reputation.
Yeah.
PR and hasn't really been chatted about at all since it doesn't work, potentially doesn't do practice. It's like, well, all the guys that have been around him are like, yep, we would like him on our team again.
Yeah, I actually I like this Patriot thing. I don't think this is just me personally.
No, who else he's speaking for?
I don't think D-Hop leaves there.
Huh?
I don't think he leaves there without a deal.
What, New England?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Especially,
I go opposite of what they said on, but they don't think it can get done. I think it can get done.
Yeah, Rappaport said yesterday he doesn't see a deal getting done until training camp or something.
When did the don't let him out of the building thing change?
Yeah, because that was always something. Like, you get a guy in the building, don't let him leave. There's been stories about people taking people's cell phones and hiding them so that when they're in the building, they can't even, potentially text somebody to see what an offer is elsewhere. That is really something that has been chatted about. And then Rappaport's like, I didn't expect the deal to get done. And maybe that's Rappaport being Rappaport, and he is in the middle of all of his bullshit right now.
Right.
Sure.
He had 4 companies posted on his Instagram story. Did you see that?
Oh,
I didn't see
Shout
that.
out to Traeger, shout out to
Jeez.
shout out to Crocs giving me these, and then shout out to the Smiley Sponge.
Yep.
That also, I'm like,
Oh, I've used that. That's at Walgreens. Yeah.
It's really good.
Rap didn't give an actual shout out to the Smiley Sponge, but that's what it felt like as I was going through his Instagram.
For sure.
Yeah.
Rap is on all of his shit right now, and as he should
Was he
be.
smoking meat? Is that what? Does he have sponsorship for his meat smoking?
So I don't know how much him and Traeger are in together, but he smokes meats on Traeger's a lot.
He
He's
does.
a big meat smoker.
He went to the Smoking Meat Festival with
Yeah.
Traeger had.
That's right.
And everybody that smokes meats all smoked each other's meat all together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was the Traeger Fest.
Yeah,
I
he
think
watched.
he won the top prize for having the best meat smoking ability.
So the thing about what he was doing is
Yeah.
he smoked everybody's meat at the most consistent level.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was considered a meat smoking god
Right.
amongst other meat smoking people.
That's right.
Yes.
So now that we know he does that and he is a great meat smoker and smokes meat very well.
Yeah.
Best of the best.
Yeah. Greatest meat smoker in the history of Connecticut is what he said.
Oh my gosh.
He actually puts on master classes on how to smoke meat
That's
properly.
right. Yep.
And those are things that we will all hope to join. And I hope he's able to do more of them whenever he's done doing all these deals with everybody. But he was acting, to your point, Tone, as if, wasn't expecting him to get a deal done in Tennessee. It's like, you get him in there, Sprinter Van, Tim McGraw, whole tour.
What?
I think at some point you're trying to, you don't even want to see
What are the
anybody else?
numbers? I mean, I guess teams probably want to go on the cheap.
Albert Breer was projecting from the conversations he had that probably 8 to 10 million base with incentive laden, obviously, to probably get him up to 15, which would be more than what Odell Beckham got.
He got 15 up to 18.
So I don't know if he's going to get that, is what Albert Breer was saying from the sources he chatted with. Albert Breer, obviously, from Monday Morning Quarterback through Sports Illustrated. He took the baton from Peter King, who has Football Morning in America with NBC.
Bingo. Nailed it.
Boom.
Hell yeah. That felt good.
Great, because it could get confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, both 4 things.
Right.
Football
Yeah.
Morning in
It is.
America, Monday Morning Quarterback.
They're both involved with.
Both of them, I think,
Yeah.
at one point.
Yep.
Both
Now they're
articles.
both.
It's very long.
We know everybody better than you do.
Yep.
Both very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Albert Breer said 8 to 10 base, probably incentive laden up to 15, I think is the top number he had.
That's
Well,
like
and that's
Michael
why-
Thomas-ish. I think that's what Michael Thomas got, somewhere around there.
The Patriots have the advantage here because we have more cap. And if, let's just
They
say,
have cold ass weather though.
cold weather, absolutely. And D-Hop's been in Houston. So does Tennessee in the winter. I mean, they
Yeah, but it's not.
Not like
That's
It's not
different.
New England.
Nashville gets
extreme.
cold.
Yeah.
Nashville gets cold. Nashville gets very windy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people talk about that, but it ain't fucking Fox.
Yeah,
No,
Foxborough.
yeah, not as much snow at all. But like, if you're thinking about the 3 most important things he wanted, the only one you could kind of call into question is Mac Jones. They have a great defense. Their defense is always going to be really good, and they have a front
big one.
office. Huh?
It's kind of a big one for a receiver, though, don't you think? If he doesn't have the quarterback he wants.
No, absolutely. But I mean, it's right now. It's between Tannehill and Mac Jones. So are you going with the offense you're more familiar with and possibly a lot more money than what he could get in Tennessee, or are you going just with Vrabel in Tennessee?
So at the end of the day, he wants to win. He wants to play with a good quarterback, but he just wants to make the most money as possible.
Yeah. No, we don't know if that's the case. We haven't seen him make a decision yet.
True. But if he were to sign with the Patriots, that would kind of lean in that direction, don't you think?
Well, it depends on who else was also interested. There might have been a more shitty team interested. They're saying the Lions, but no offense. No offense. You're not more shitty than the Patriots.
Thank you.
The Lions are on a come up so much so that they actually said, we don't want Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly.
Hey, Lions, you might get Hard Knocks again. They said, no. How about, I'll tell you what, man. No.
Fuck off, man.
How about that? Salah said, we don't want it
Yep.
at the Jets. Lions said, no, we don't want it.
Ron Rivera.
No, we
Everybody.
don't want it. So now everybody that is a candidate, potentially, that has all of the standards, you didn't make the playoffs, you don't have a first-time head coach, a couple other things for Hard Knocks, everybody has publicly come out and been like, no.
Nope.
So now we know that whoever gets it is doing it reluctantly, and we need to view it as if that's the case. I wish one of them would just turn heel. And we got a lot of respect and appreciation for those NFL Films people, okay? They've done a lot of great work for the league. They've done incredible stuff cinematically, and they've changed the way sports are covered forever. They're actually the 33rd team, which I know is potentially patent pending with the actual 33rd team
Tannenbaum.
that Chuck Pagano and Tannenbaum work for, and numerous other people. NFL Films are very, very, very fucking impressive at what they do. No matter what sport you like or what type of entertainment you like, NFL Films is talented at what they do.
Yes.
So I would not want this on them. But it would be cool if a team finally just, every time they get mic'd up, fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, will you sit down and do an interview? Yep. What do you want to know? Nothing. What do you think about this? I don't know. What do you think about that? I don't know. Thank you. Fuck.
The whole team.
Yeah.
The whole team.
Yeah.
Everybody bought in. The equipment managers, the athletic trainers, the chefs, the coaches, the players, the GM. Everybody just, hey, when they ask you, don't give them fucking anything. The camera that's on top of the thing, cover it with it. We're making soundproof cones. Put it right over top of it. Because them being forced to do it allegedly is how it's talked about, with how every team has come out and said no. That moment would just be classic, although everybody understands that Hard Knocks is an institution now.
Yeah.
Has to go on, has to live on, has to happen. We understand you might not love that there's an added distraction to training camp when you're trying to build a team to have success in a league that is very hard to have success. So we assume somebody will take it. But if there was soundproof cones over all those cameras and those interviews were like, nah. I wouldn't want it for the NFL Films people, but I would watch an hour and 10 minutes of that. MCDC go, nope, next question. Hey, do you like your family?
No.
Next question, man. What's your favorite part about training camp? Next what? Food? All right. Are we done here? Just them having to do 50 interviews every show so they have enough time to fill up, and it's every player going, no.
Yeah.
No. That would be bananas.
That's why I'm glad they said no, though, because last year it made them babyface. Like, people loved the Lions after Hard Knocks last year. You go 2 years in a row, people start to turn.
No, I think they love everybody after Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
I think even like the Cowboys were liked by people after Hard Knocks.
I just remember the Browns were on, and Pat, you were like, that team is not going to be good.
Oh, yeah, that's because day one, old cuz with the tequila, what's his name? Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jack City is standing, in a polar plunge river.
Yep.
And then he gives an interview going, I know I'm going to win here.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I've never heard a coach say, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like you're probably not. And then he goes into the meeting room.
Yeah.
And he starts saying,
staff meeting.
The staff meeting where he almost fought Todd Haley, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But in the team meeting, the things he was saying, I'm like, in the first episode, it was like the first 10 minutes. I'm like, God damn, I don't think they're going to win a game. Like Hugh Jackson's moxie.
Yeah.
But I never heard a coach speak the way that particular video was alluding that Hugh Jackson speaks. So, yeah, you're right. I guess there is a time where you go, that team fucking stinks.
I'd say Cardinals in season last year as well, but that was just kind of because that was a disaster.
Yeah, but remember, before that show even started, we already heard about 10 different things.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Would like to see Aaron's reaction to Hard Knocks if they do make the Jets do it, and he knows that the team does not want to do it at all.
Him barefoot walking around in that training room. Get your cameras out here. Listen, I'll say it. I've been around them. I know these guys. Aaron being the guy telling him to get the fuck up.
Yeah.
So maybe it's an hour straight. And Corncob TV has this one particular program,
right,
where it's just 35 minutes straight of dead bodies falling out of the bottom of coffins.
Yes. Coffin naked.
Coffin flop is what it's called.
Yep.
What is Corncob TV?
It's a channel. It's a network.
Coffin flop.
Yeah, we're trying to save it.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make a fucking compare. Will you please let me finish my thought? So, Corncob TV is just coffin flop. It's just a body falling out of the bottom of a coffin.
Yep.
And then boom, what's the next? Another one. Another one.
What?
Another one. Another one. Another one.
It's not
And
staged.
There's a lot of people questioning how. There's no way this happens as often as it does. And they said that it's all real. Corncob TV. The spokesperson for Corncob TV said that is the case. But that is not the question whether or not that's real or not. Okay. My question is, what if Hard Knocks is just Aaron telling them to go fuck themselves in different rooms? They come into the team meeting room, get the fuck out of here, please. And then next episode, right now, we're going in. Come in the training room, get the fuck out of here, please. If it's just 54 minutes of people telling them to get the fuck out of the room that they're in, that could be a brand new concept for Hard Knocks.
Yeah, and that could absolutely save Hard Knocks. And if they do that, Hard Knocks needs to just fight fire with fire. And they need to turn heel. And they should legitimately walk into the middle of huddles and just stick their mic in the middle and see what they can pick up, or if the coach is yelling or something.
It is interesting because NFL Films has enough in the vault.
The vault, yeah.
That they could probably ruin anybody.
Well, sure, they got a lot of that of James Harris when they came and did us with the Bengals.
James Harrison just telling me, you guys hated it, right?
What?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You guys were the only team that really openly looked at cameras and said,
yo, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, James Harrison would close the door behind him because they were following him into the facility.
That shit used to be funny as hell, too.
They had Pac-Man on the highway when he ran out of gas.
How was the interaction though with the NFL Films crew as they were getting denied access that they normally get? You remember?
What are they gonna say to James?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Mr. Harrison,
it's scared shitless. It was so funny to us because he's really scaring the shit out of these people. Like, hey, don't fucking come here. No, you know how big James is.
Yeah.
Little guy, maybe 5'2", running the fucking camera.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll get out of here. You're right. They're telling me though I should be shooting this. All right. I'll see you later. And James probably being funny, but also real.
Yeah, serious.
But they didn't sense any comedy.
No.
The people that are potentially doing it in their diapers there.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing is it's going to end up being the Bears, and it's going to stink, and that's just what we're going to have to deal with. But NFL Films also is co-producing the quarterback thing, so maybe they just start doing that instead, where it's like Omaha produces it.
You're saying Hard Knocks is dead?
Kind of. I mean,
oh my God!
Realistically,
AJ!
Hard Knocks hasn't been worth a shit in several years.
Well, you're saying since the social media team started doing their own Hard Knocks pretty much all year round.
Sure. Kinda. But it would, if they were doing it the other way and they wanted to go heel and be like, hey, that guy who's going to get cut, he's got a fucking tiny pecker. Release that foot.
Yeah.
Walking back to his locker door. That'd be great. That'd be hilarious.
I didn't know they were going to do tiny dongs.
Yeah, or players talking about it. Like, Jesus, 99's got a tiny ding-ding.
Bush on that guy?
Yeah, what the hell is he doing?
You guys were problematic. I don't know if NFL Films is going to do that, but you proclaiming that Hard Knocks might be done and finito is certainly a fascinating convo because I think we all agree that the in-season
definitely lost steam. It's lost steam over the years.
Well, whenever teams are given access to just social media interns to stuff, and you know what I mean? The access was what everybody loves so much. And the way the NFL Films tells the story is obviously fantastic. So let's not get that twisted. They are Scorsese of sports. But whenever you're getting so much content already from the spots now at this point, we weren't then, now at this point, it does make you think are they going to have to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge their way through this era of a lot of content to separate themselves? And the quarterback one feels like the right answer.
For sure. And it seems like
because that trailer yesterday.
It was incredible. It was incredible. And it feels like the philosophy of Hard Knocks has changed along the way too. When Pack and the Bengals were on it, it was the stars. When Rex Ryan was on there, at some point they changed it. It's hey, let's get this undrafted third round or, third string guy who's probably not going to make the team, but let's dedicate an episode and a half of watching him go to a studio and paint and stuff like that. Which is cool. I understand that, but
they're
also
humans.
Nobody wants to see that.
They're humans. Don't care. Ty?
Exactly. The Cajuice with his rocks and stuff like that.
That was sweet.
That was cool.
That's not why people are watching Hard Knocks.
His dad.
Rest in peace.
Who would be the best team if you could pick any team?
Jets.
Jets this year.
They should
think
make
so,
the Jets.
too.
I think they're going to make the Jets too, just because that market. Like, why wouldn't they?
Not a chance.
New York, Aaron, young team, going to be good.
They have to force someone because everyone said no. So if you're picking out of the Commanders, the Bears, the Jets, the Lions.
And also, Aaron might be retiring soon, so like the NFL would like to get a lot of footage probably of Aaron because I don't believe Aaron's like a hey, mic me up guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Don't
is.
he probably has enough swing though, don't you think? Where if he's like, I'm not fucking doing that. We're not fucking doing that. Or do you think
Apparently they don't
That's how Goff was last year. Do you remember Goff didn't have much stuff except for the one thing of him doing charity, and apparently it's because he hated the way they made him look in the Rams.
Yeah, the golf course. It's kind of all any of us took away.
Why don't they do the Super Bowl champion Bears?
What are you saying, Super Bowl champion? You mean this year they're going to win it?
That's what everyone's saying.
They should do.
I mean, Justin Fields is
So
the
what
best
happened? 4
quarterback.
people tweeted you saying, hey, why don't you talk about the Bears?
Everyone said Justin Fields is going to be the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, the public eye
said that,
on the
Lombo?
internet so high on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news. I don't know if we have this Antonio Brown video from yesterday where he was doing his media. We should try to find that. It is in the group text was sent in yesterday.
Awesome.
But less than 24 hours after hearing from Antonio Brown talk about ownership of the Albany team, I think it's in the group text, there has been some updates. The Arena League has officially kicked Antonio Brown's Albany Empire out of the league.
What?
Brown's ownership has been filled with scandal since he bought the team. The decision was reached after an emergency conference call of the members in good standing to discuss the Empire's failure to pay their league-mandated and overdue assessments. Each team is responsible to pay for 1/7 of the league's operating budget via monthly assessments starting in April. The Empire's owner, Antonio Brown, was also fined $1,000 for conduct detrimental to the league for his recent public comments. Mr. Brown refused to pay that fine. I'm an owner here too. I ain't paying.
No chance.
Who's fining me? You? I ain't fining you. I'm fining me. Okay, I'm an owner. I'm not gonna fine me. You can't fine me. And then they said we're not paying the operating budget. You pay it. What are we talking about?
The hell?
My team plays in the league that you guys put together. What are we even talking? Here's Antonio Brown giving a, kind of a press conference state of the Albany Empire and him as an owner. I believe this video came into my life less than 24 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this video was the one that called for the emergency meeting to, hey, there's been a lot, let's kick them out. But this is certainly something I watched just yesterday that made me think maybe things aren't going as good up in Albany as we could have imagined.
Don't let the minutia of people distract us. This is the last year in the NAL. Next year we going to the AFL. A lot of owners around here got this type of money to even be in this league, so let's get that clear. A lot of naysayers around here, I've been seeing a lot of players chip chat about me. You think I care what the NAL players say about me? I'm giving these guys jobs. I'm giving people careers. I'm giving people the opportunity to live out their dreams. I'm not going to go back and forth with an NIA player who's trying to be what I used to be. So I want to be a leader. I want to be details about my action, what I stand for, what I represent here. I want to be clear about the minutia of what we're doing and how we're doing things. So I want to share the people in the media who write negative about Antonio Brown and who lose sight of what the truth is here in Albany. I didn't come here to make money. I came here to represent something that I grew up in as a little kid and give back to the community that helped shape me to be who I am today. Hell yeah. So now let's lose sight of why I'm here. I came back here in the community I grew up in to give the people here that grew up like me and the players here who grew up like my dad a better opportunity to live out their dreams. I am a lobbyist. I'm the guy who take the mission and make dreams fulfilled come true. I don't want people to lose sight about who I am, what I'm doing, and what's my purpose. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? As an owner, what's important? Winning, sponsorships, and tickets. Right. Not the regular players that's 30 years old who just trying to be regular in their life, play spring ball, okay, April to this. No, I'm looking for the players that really go to the next level in their lives.
Hell yeah.
That's why I'm trying to help players fulfill their dreams. So when people talk about me, let's be clear here. What's my purpose, what I am, and what I stand for.
Okay. So he said it all right there.
Yeah.
Cleared it up.
did take a couple shots at the owners early.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Some of these owners don't have the money to be in this league. And then the owner's like, you're the only motherfucker that ain't paying.
Yeah.
So they kicked him out. We don't know if he's going to the AFL and taking his team with him or wherever that's going to take place. I don't think he's been working out, though. That's the least jocked Antonio Brown.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not so sure he wasn't butt naked doing that entire interview.
They panned out.
He
They
is not.
zoomed out.
He is not butt naked. You think he wants turf burn on his penis?
All right, let's go to the phones.
If he's butt naked, he's getting his ding ding smooth.
Let's go to the phones.
Which he might have been the way he was talking.
Dragging that thing around the 40-yard
Him
line.
getting kicked out of that league, though.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
It's funny.
awesome.
It's the best. I had no idea the Albany Empire exists.
And it's only a fine of $1,000.
$1,000 won't pay.
That was one of the best wide receivers for like 10+ years.
Yeah, he used to just cook you, right?
Hey,
I didn't say that.
you're still a guy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, he was a guy though.
He was a guy.
Yeah.
Everything about him.
Yeah, everything.
He was
Dog.
quick. He was sudden.
Yeah.
His workout. Everybody.
His body was looking way better than that too.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because everybody
He
talks
look
about
bad. He look bad body right now.
Well, he's rapping right now. And
Yeah.
he's owning a team.
He's got a lot of
winning,
stuff.
And he's a president.
sponsorships, and ticket sales.
President Dahn of Sports too, right?
Is that still happening out there?
I don't know.
Yeah, Kanye had naked people at his sushi party the other night.
Yeah.
So it might still be happening if he's doing
Was
that.
he wearing his Donatello pads?
I'm not sure. I
haven't seen him without him in a long time.
I think he was.
Donatello.
I think he got gifted actually new ones.
Hell yeah.
See the purple?
Yep, he's purple.
Teenage
Let's not get
Mutant-
too deep in this conversation. I'm not going to
No,
be
I'm
able to
saying
keep
there's the
up.
orange. There's the orange turtle. There's the blue
Michelangelo.
turtle. There's purple turtle.
Yeah.
Raphael.
Donatello have the long stick, right?
Yeah.
The Donatello was a dog.
It's a staff, asshole.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
They have a Gary Vee-mon of Donatello.
They do.
It's called the Damning Donatello. And it has that staff, and it's just like, damn you.
Sending you to damn.
Yeah, damn you. Damn you, AJ Hawk.
And he's a dam in the sense of a river. Like he can hold a lot of stuff.
I watched that, you're damn right, like an otter.
Boom.
I watched a video back of when you mentioned Gary Vee-mon, and you did not have good intentions when you brought it up. I watched it back.
Absolutely did. Absolutely did. Like I said, I cannot. It's not up to me.
Liar.
How you,
Well, your eyes were
consume
telling
what I
one
say.
story. Your eyes were telling one story, Hawker, and I don't think it was genuine at
Bro,
all.
I did
I'm
not.
sorry that I'm giving the guy pub on a big program like this. I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm a fan. I would not do that. if I wasn't.
This is not a big program. This program stinks,
Yeah,
first of all. But
YouTube show.
It's a YouTube show.
yeah, that does get forgotten about.
Yeah.
It does feel like when people talk about us, they forget that we are, a YouTube-based show. But I didn't expect a Gary Vee mention on this show.
No.
When you mentioned it.
Oh, no.
And I had seen the same video you've seen. So at that moment when you asked about like, what's going on here? I remember having like a good 10 to 20 minutes of my life with my baby holding her. And then I seen it and I just put the phone down and I'm like, I think I've missed a lot. What is going on?
How we get here?
So when you mentioned it in the style in which you mentioned it, it took me back to the first time I seen the video as well. So we'd like to let Gary Vee know that we're just strictly confused about what is value, what is not value, how it works, and how do we buy them all?
That's what I want to know.
eBay. I looked. They're only on eBay.
What's the value prop he's giving us?
A lot. Let's
yeah.
just put it that way.
I saw
so much.
I saw an auction going for like $10K and counting.
For what? The precocious porcupine?
No, this was actually for the genuine gorilla, I believe. I'm not sure where
Genuine
it's
or-
at now.
What about the Army Aaron? The Aaron Rodgers with that elbow?
Ayahuasca?
Penis on the elbow.
Okay, what are
nutsack.
these things? It's a question. What are
AJ,
they?
NFTs.
they are the
Are they
real
NFTs?
deal.
No,
Yeah.
they're cards. They're actually cards. They're not NFTs.
Those are fungible.
Yeah, ever heard of Pokemon?
Gary Vee-mon
Yes, I have.
compete in
Better.
collecting cards. $99.
Is that a Mewtwo?
That is such a deal. Hold on, can you order this for me right now?
1 minute, 39
No,
seconds.
I already got it.
No.
Already got it.
Yep, please.
No, I want to wait. I don't know.
What do we think? That's a lot of good cards.
I'll split it with you.
Red.
I'll split it with you.
No.
You're not going to get it. You're not
Add it
gonna
to the
get an
watch
autograph
list.
card.
We'll watch it for the next minute.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, add it.
Hold on.
Wait,
Can
the
we
seller.
zoom in on the photos,
No
please?
fucking way.
99.
Wait, you know
Is
what
that-
you're getting? I thought
Is that
I
the
thought you
Karen
said-
Caterpillar? Stop it.
What, she get pissed off about people selling water?
What's the world's name?
Cares about everything.
Oh, the
Good
Karen.
callback.
Yeah.
Karen Cannon. I thought it was Karen.
Yeah.
Karen.
That'd be a good one.
Hold on.
Yep.
Are you
Come on,
10,000
Pax.
just for this shit?
Whoa, back.
No
Pack,
question.
you don't know what
What
you're
the fuck
looking at.
card?
You don't
What
know
comes
what
with
you're
the
looking
card?
at, brother. You don't know what
Hey,
guess what?
AI?
Hey,
Is it AI?
caveman didn't know what they were looking at when they first made fire. This is our fucking fire.
Is this an AI?
No,
real.
this is better than AI
is it.
wishes.
Now you can touch it. You can feel
What a
it.
question.
Let's go to the phones.
You want to see Junie's eyes light up, Pack? You spend 10K for his next birthday.
Your son will never stop thanking you
We are
if
the
you hand
dumbest
this
people on
over.
earth. Gary,
No, Gary B. Oh,
That's a
get that right now.
That's a hologram bullet.
Holy
What's
shit.
the scores? What are the scores?
What are the scores?
that's when you're dropping them like you're playing war, dude.
Yeah, 21 stamina.
Let's go to the phone. Just because we don't understand doesn't mean we have to cast judgment, okay? I would like to get into the Gary Vemon game. I do not understand how it works, but I'm happy
V,
for all of them. that are
Please
in.
teach me this game.
Well, not here, though. You know, because I think it's going to take a while.
It's a simple game.
It is.
I mean, you just mash the scores.
Yeah, but it's a simple game, but then I need to understand the value.
Wait, there's a game you play with it?
Yeah.
You would play
Simple
it?
game for 10K.
Like
Fuck
Pokemon.
is so
You
simple
gotta
about
catch them
that?
all.
One was sold already. Your watch list is gone.
God damn it.
You add something to the cart, you check it out. Because if not, it's going to get sold out, and you're going to be shit out of luck.
Boom.
Oh, there's more. There's more. We got more. We got more. We
These
got
are
more.
brown cards. These aren't good.
Wait, but we don't. I thought the fun thing is getting a pack that's unopened, and then we open them, and then we fall on the ground and we lose our mind because we're so pumped we got an autograph.
You're right. We do want that.
phone.
There are packs
Yeah, but
available.
that's a rookie ostrich card. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and remember what this organized ostrich did its first year? Went to the lid store.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, the container store. Grabbed all of them.
Yep.
And the organized ostrich had the best rookie season in the history of the container store.
Yep.
Right.
Most organized person, thing in the history of organization.
Bar none.
Its skill being 20 is such bullshit.
How much is a pack that we don't know what we're getting? Yeah, I agree. That's because they're young.
Are you kidding me?
That's like my first Madden score was so low. They didn't know.
Yeah,
You know what I
fair
mean?
enough.
They don't.
Yeah.
We don't know enough about this ostrich.
They said 99 out of 500. So is it 500 of those cards?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you need to buy at least 25 of them if you want to really
That's right.
get into the game.
And if you get a 500 out of 500 to get the last card, maybe.
Gary V, use this video as inspiration that these guys are just refusing to understand how awesome this game's going to be 5-10 years. He's playing the long game.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Don't
I
say
love it.
these guys.
I love
Point at
it.
AJ, yeah.
I love
I'm the one that
everything
said
about
bid on that.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Point at me.
I didn't bring it up today.
Pac doesn't fully understand it.
I don't.
AJ
Trying to learn.
certainly
No.
is
I get it.
Yes.
Boom.
$649.
There it is. Okay.
the Gary Vemon starter pack.
No, I think
You wanna
this
go
is the
half, or-
one. Oh.
Right,
Oh,
let's split it.
$31 for the next 24 months on PayPal? Okay.
That's easy.
That's
Hey,
a, that's
do
a
that.
great deal.
I didn't know they
Yeah,
got
do that.
layaway on eBay.
Yeah.
That's
Holy
awesome.
shit.
Hey, can we add this to watch list, please?
Yeah, keep this tab open,
Thank you.
though. You should think about buying it now.
Let's go to the phones here. Nick just sent a text in. Can't wait to see what this is. Going to be toxic. Not going to be able to read it publicly. All right.
Kind of was.
Yep. Let's go to the 5 Hour Energy phone line. Let's go to Gary V. We love you, buddy.
Love you, Gary.
Love you, Gary.
That's how many of those packs I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And all of them are going to give me joy.
That's right.
And that's what Gary Vemon's all about.
Multiply that by 10 because I'm walking home. If I don't have a fucking Gary V starter pack in my, mailbox tomorrow.
You don't have a mailbox.
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, I got a mailbox.
You don't check it.
I check it like once a month.
But if Gary Vemon was on the way,
I check it every day till it got
But
there.
if you check the mailbox and it ain't in there, you're already at home.
Boom.
So, you really won't have to walk.
Well, yeah.
what happened?
He said if the
Hold on. This is something vastly different. We're going to have to move on. There has been a meat reply from Ian Rappaport. He does smoke meat better than anybody else.
look at that.
Look at how delightful the char on the outside and the medium on the inside. Maybe even,
Yeah, he smokes raw meat, huh?
yeah, raw. That thing's still making noises. That looks delicious.
It does.
Does it?
This guy smokes meat so hard, dude.
He
it
does.
look like he got a heartbeat.
He's such a great meat smoker.
God.
He said his dream was to smoke Gordon Ramsay's meat.
Whoa.
Did he?
It's a lot of people's dream, isn't it?
Can we call Rap?
What about Batali? Throw him in there.
He actually said he actually was talking to us the other day. He said it's actually easier to smoke meat when you're this close to the ground.
Come on.
He is a big time meat smoker.
He is.
The most smoked meats I've seen in my life are all through Ian Rappaport.
Yeah.
Just one after another.
All shapes and sizes. Wait, does he do it or does his wife do it?
He's smoking them all. You know it.
Yeah, he doesn't let Leah step in.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is the greatest meat smoker we have ever seen.
Yep.
You got some meat, he wants to smoke it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rappaport. We've been talking about you smoking meats all morning. Hey, would you say that you are a top-tier meat smoker? Like when you go about town, you say, hey, I smoke meats better than you do. Is this something you love? Because we know you were at that meat smoking fest with Traeger a couple months ago.
Yep.
Just kind of led us to a lot of smoked meat conversations.
I
How would
noticed.
you describe the way you smoke your meat? And are you a top-tier meat smoker?
I would say I'm an average meat smoker. There are people who smoke meat at a higher frequency than me and a higher level. But as far as like regular person meat smokers, I think I smoke meat very well. Whenever possible.
So you're an amateur meat smoker. Go ahead, AJ.
Ian, I heard you speak on this before. I know you had a cooking show, I believe. But when like towards the end of smoking the meat, does your meat explode in your mouth? I know a lot of times you said that when you're on that TV.
That was that judge. Remember, he was judging.
The meatball.
Oh, it blew in my mouth.
Whoa.
Oh, it busted right in my mouth. It tastes amazing.
Oh, my God. A little splatter on the upper roof of my mouth.
Comment?
Did AJ just growl?
What's wrong?
No, he wouldn't.
No, okay. I would describe a similar sensation. Now, I don't know how far you want to go with this, but
Bro, we've been talking a lot of smoked meats.
Well, I'll tell you, last night when I unveiled the smoked meat, it was me and 8 or 10 of my friends here, and they all got to sample. There was some,
Wow, meat smoking party. Okay.
You guys wearing masquerade masks?
Did they bring meat or did it just yours?
Is it bring your own meat?
Yeah.
Just mine. My friend Ben, who I was going to Preakness with, we worked together on this smoked meat.
Oh,
Swinger barbecue.
Wow. 2 at a time.
Yep.
Look at my meat.
I've heard those are some of the best meat smoking sessions that have ever really happened is when you got a buddy with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At a party.
That's what they say.
Tag teaming it.
He really brought the proper ingredients and technique. A lot of expertise.
I think you're talking about something we're different.
What are you?
What technique? What's your technique?
What is your technique to smoke meat?
I would say I'm a low and slow guy.
Sure.
Smart.
Get your hands in there.
Yeah.
Both
hands?
hands?
I try to be as delicate as possible.
Nice.
Take as much time as I need. It was
And then how good does it taste? Like at the end, it just pays off, doesn't it? They say when you're smoking meats, it really is the most delightful meat in your mouth.
This was delightful. I would say this was
Hell yeah.
That's you, man. All the hard work's paying off.
We go, Rap.
I was really proud.
Any NFL stuff that we should talk about other than you just smoking meats all over town?
I mean, I thought the meat smoke was probably the most important thing that happened, at least in my
Well,
world.
everybody's smoking meat out here.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know?
DeAndre Hopkins is still on his New England visit. I think that's kind of interesting.
Okay, you told us yesterday, I do believe, you didn't expect a deal to get done in Tennessee. We were very confused by that because Chris Gaines was there to meet him.
What?
Tim McGraw was there. There was a
What?
Sprinter van. There was an entire thing. And you're like, I never really expected a deal to get done. And then we thought, like, well, don't let him out of your building. And then he goes to New England, and Bill Belichick very rarely does this, a recruiting trip, if you will. Is he going to let him get out of the building? You still don't see a deal getting done whenever they're there? Or how do you kind of see this all shaping up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably still in the same place where I think a deal could get done eventually. Look, like there always is a number, right? So like if you're the Patriots and you say like, we would like to wrap up this particular part of our, roster building now, like
We like
could
smoke
they
your
get
meat a little bit.
Yes.
Marinate.
Yeah, I mean, look, everyone. No, I'm not. Nope. Nope.
That's a
Not gonna say
celebration.
that.
No, yeah.
When your meat's smoking, you're celebrating something.
When DeAndre Hopkins comes to town,
Smoke all the meat.
boom.
We need a meat party. Bring in all Rap's friends.
Bring the meat.
Everybody's smoking meat tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine based on how good the meat was yesterday, DeAndre Hopkins would probably enjoy it, as would all of you guys.
Yeah, they got some meat in mass.
You're slinging your meat everywhere.
I'm bringing
Vegetarian.
sausage.
What? Way too no.
We're talking about Ian's meat here.
Yeah.
And what he's doing with it. We're not talking about bringing anything.
Not talking about bringing
Don't
Italian
bring sausage to a meat party.
But to answer your question though, like
smoking
a deal could always get done. And when it's like, to me, again, I don't think something happens today because it makes sense to wait. But if the Patriots come in with the right number and he's there, like I'd say anything is possible. There is a lot to like on both sides.
Why you think he should wait in?
Just so Adrian Amos just signed with the Jets, right? And I thought he was going to sign with the Ravens. I would say pretty confident he was going to sign with the Ravens. And then Chuck Clark had a pretty a knee injury that they fear is pretty significant. A need arose, and Amos ended up making more with the Jets than he would have otherwise. Patience helps. And so if you're, DeAndre Hopkins and, if you think you know where you're signing, you could still sort of get to work on it anyway. Plus, he's played in this offense before in Houston. So, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to sign now. Could always do it. I'm just saying waiting really benefits you.
Yeah, it also could benefit him to get back into the offense, get back into the system, work out with Mac Jones this offseason.
But offseason's over with.
Could do that anyway.
Summer, though.
Everything's up with to camp right now.
Yeah, but they might have a summer throw.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like a summer throw.
I would go ahead and sign so I could be ready for camp, at least knowing what quarterback I'm going to play with, if the quarterback going to throw in the summer.
Yeah.
I know I ain't doing no work until camp get here anyway.
Yeah, it takes a little stress off. Isn't the market already pretty much made, or no? You're thinking there's a chance that somebody could, out of need, maybe bump it up a few million?
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be a really good team with a significant injury that has cap space, but it's not impossible. On the other hand, like Pac-Man said, it would give peace of mind. Like for, Hopkins, this sort of uncertainty has existed since October, right? I mean, I feel like we were talking about this all the way in October. It would cause him to be like, okay, I have a home and I'm good. Like that at least would be something. So there's pluses and minuses. To answer your question, I do think he probably has a pretty good sense of who wants him and how much they'd be willing to pay by now. Yes.
Gerard or Gerard, never heard of him. Just trained a 10-foot putt while you were talking there. Unbelievable work. Perfect. Can't wait to see what happens with D-Hop. Tone has a question for you. Ian, is this the living room, huh? Normally we're in the basement.
Yeah, this is the living room. I was doing some
meat smoking. We know what you're doing. Smoking meats. Middle of the day. It's June. It's 2:00. What are the kids? They're in Fiji. What am I doing? Smoking meats. Tone has a question for you, Rap.
Ian, something I haven't heard an actual insider address yet is there's been some internet rumors about Chase Young. Are you hearing anything about Chase Young potentially trade or anything around those lines?
I've seen the questions at least, and if a player is not going to have, let's say, a long-term future with the team, then trades always come up, right? Like that question always comes up. And I do think I did have a couple of teams ask me around the time, a little before the draft, like, hey, do you think Chase could be available? I don't get the sense Washington wants to trade him now, even though they didn't pick up the 5th-year option. He is a very good player when healthy. And I think for him, being healthy and going out and showing you can do it probably makes more sense than anything. Like, look, if Washington is, I think they're going to be pretty good, but if they're not good by the trade deadline, he's not under contract for the next year, then he's probably the guy we're going to be talking about in October. But I think he'd like to come out, be healthy, and prove he is awesome again.
Eagles division, going to be tough. Yep. Connor has a question for you. Last one here, Rap, as you're in between smoking meats.
Yeah, Rapshi, what's the deal with Isaiah Simmons going full-time to DB? That was kind of surprising, at least for some people on the internet, and it feels like going into the final year of his contract, switching positions probably not the greatest move, or what's the thinking behind that?
Yeah, I mean, there was actually several Cardinals draft picks in a row that were linebackers, sort of, that needed to find kind of a spot. And I think for him, he is super, super talented, super athletic. Obviously has bounced around a little bit and tried to find his place. Like maybe this is it. And it is actually interesting when like Hassan Reddick kind of dealt with this and then found out he was a pass rusher and has made a lot of money doing it. New coaching staff, new eyeballs,
new ideas.
New ideas. Like I think they are going to be coached well, and maybe this is what takes him from being a really talented player who's up and down to someone who's just a great performer.
Yeah.
Explosive. Buda Baker, the fuck out of town. Is that what's happening over there? Is that why Isaiah's been DB? Safety? They might need one.
Since they would trade Buda Baker, he went
Say what
there,
you said again. I cut it off. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I have not gotten the sense that they would trade Buda Baker.
Okay. All right.
Then again, we do hear this all the time where a team doesn't want to do something and someone offers enough. Like Buda Baker is a very, 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 very good player and like a good leader, like really good locker room guy. I don't think it'll happen, but I would never say never, especially if the Cardinals are going to be in that sort of rebuilding mode that I kind of think they'll be in. At least we'll be keeping our eye on it.
All right, go smoke some meats, Rob.
Hell yeah.
I'm on it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, all of it. You should be on all of it.
I mean, I'm gonna give my Traeger a little rest now. Just spent a long time smoking yesterday.
Oh yeah,
full day.
Rest that Traeger. All right, we appreciate
20 hours of smoking.
Hey, all the words that come out of your Traeger, we listen to, man. We appreciate you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Rappaport. Is that AJ?
I think NFL Network's calling him for a similar hit, right? They're going to ask him similar questions.
Probably.
I mean, if they pay attention to his social, the guy loves fucking smoking meat.
Nothing wrong with that.
Does anyone smoke his meat, though? Does he ever give people his meat to smoke?
That's a good question.
Seemed like he was talking about smoking everybody else's meat.
Yeah. He's a big-time smoker.
Let's go.
He likes to help.
Let's take a break.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a giver.
That's right.
He doesn't need gifts.
Fowler 3 under from the sand. Opens that sand wedge up. Nice delicate touch on LACC. Rolls to within 3 feet.
Damn.
Fowler is hot on the course. Solomon, 4 under. Xander Schauffele, 3 under. Fowler, 3 under. Gerard, who drained that 10-footer, 3 under. Woo, 3 under. Woo.
Kenny.
Homa, 2
Danny
under.
Woo.
Woo. Homa's 2
Ricky's
under.
finishing up, though, right? Ricky started on the back, so he's finishing up. He'll be 3 under.
Might be 4.
Front.
Yeah, he's finishing
Wow.
the
Sorry,
front.
finish up the back. Sorry, go to the front.
Big day. Finishing the front. Yeah.
His front.
Yeah, because the front is where they're saying is gettable.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon from way out into the sand. Hello, Hasselhoff.
Yikes.
All right, let's get to a break. Hour 3 will be on the other side. We have Patrick Surtain II
Ooh.
joining us at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. He is the
Number 1 corner back in the NFL right now.
He said he's the Revis of right now.
Yeah.
The Reeves are right now.
Damn.
It's unbelievable. Came into the league like that. Like, obviously, his dad was a dog and an absolute player, and he came out of Alabama, highly touted. As soon as he came in the league, though, it was like, oh, this guy's form's perfect. He runs better than everybody.
What?
And he understands what the offense is doing, like, immediately. Dropped in, was a guy. New head coach over there. How's he feeling about it? The Denver defense is always going to be great, we assume.
Yeah, you assume.
Typically.
It's going to help with a guy who can shut down an entire fucking
Side of the field.
side of the field. He's that guy. Can't wait to chat with him. Plus more phone calls on this beautiful Thursday, June 15th, 2023. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. Take 5.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Pat McAfee. Used to hold balls for Adam Vinatieri. Now I'm in his home state. College game day is absolutely electric in Brookings.
College game day has made the voyage to Brookings, South Dakota to experience a game with the best fans in college football. I unfortunately cannot attend because I have a game this Sunday, so I sent a man I trust to make my picks. A man who was my holder for almost a decade. Please be nice to him. Welcome this week's celebrity guest picker, Pat McAfee.
Go big, go blue, go Jacks.
Hosting Auburn. Yes, everybody saw this. The best fake punt in the world. What do you think, Pat?
I absolutely loved it all the way up until execution. execution time. That is not one we like to show in the brand headquarters and punting and kicking world.
Oh, dance off. Oh, let's get weird. Yes. Duck that, huh?
Bang! Right off the top of the dome. That makes it a lot easier when you got a dummy standing right in front of you like that.
Running. He's Hadouken! Daniel Russo!
Wax on! Wax off! Knee to the face!
Yes! Serious.
Go! Yes!
These teams stink. With that 15, they celebrate by doing shotguns. And I'm a big fan of that. I'm going with the University of Virginia Cavaliers. That was great. Whoa! I will never, ever in the history of my life bet against that ball. Oklahoma State is the winner here. Not so fast again.
But I'm going Trey.
Please excuse my dumb friend Kirk. Look at this crowd. They've been out here since 4 a.m. College game day comes to town. They lose their mind. The population of this state is about 800,000. And when the Jackrabbits take the field, they're alongside all 800,000 South Dakotans. The Dakota marker was in Fargo for far too long. Today, 5 o'clock local time, the Dakota marker is back in beautiful Brookings, South Dakota. Terry School. They might be the Jackrabbits, but they're the GOATs today. Ladies and gentlemen, South Dakota State with the win.
Give me that right there.
No, don't do that. No. Leave. Coach.
He has the
No.
Pat says it'll be no.
I told you when I came on your radio show that we were going to get you on College Game Day.
Not only are you incredibly intelligent and handsome, you're a man of your word. You picked North Dakota today, so I had to bury you.
That's okay.
But it's been nothing but incredible. The College Game Day crew is hospitable. In South Dakota State, I think we can all agree, they showed up here.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I've watched the show, obviously, forever. And it's on in every single NFL locker room. My coaches are.
Yeah, cool.
So this is a big-time deal for me, my family, my friends. All right, I'm back in the day here. Appreciate you, boys. It's from the training room with the Colts. A.J. Watt tweeted. Get texts from every human that I've ever done television with, like since way back in the day. They're like, we knew this day would come. Equipment managers, old teammates. I mean, you don't get to trend on Twitter often anymore. They make it damn near impossible. Go up onto a stage with a couple legends and talk some shit in front of the incredible South Dakota fans. What an awesome opportunity.
Welcome back to What Are We Watching? Last time we were here, we were watching the Big Door Prize. Now, yes, it went to the playoffs. Still needs a few more seasons to really determine where that show sits. Now, I still recommend watching it. However, if you're not in for a comedy, per se, of sorts, there's another show on Apple TV, and it's not a comedy. No, it's called Boom, Silo. Very interesting concept. All these people, 10,000, as you come to learn, live in a silo. Can't go outside, because guess what happens if you go outside? You die. Do you want to die? No. Do the people in the silo want to die? No. It follows a sheriff whose wife, unfortunately, I won't go any further. Sorry, you find out in the first episode. You got to watch. Not too bad. I will say, I do find myself on my phone at times. Some rewinding. Some, what did I miss? Some, whatever. Now, I like the show. 7 episodes in. It's got a lot of legs. However, I still don't know exactly where it's going. Now, the main character, boom, Rebecca Ferguson. She has the cosign, if you will, by one Tom Cruise. Yeah, see at the movies, that Tom Cruise. They're friends. She's a phenomenal actress. There's a couple other big-named actors you might recognize. I would give it a watch. At the current stage and time, since I have not finished it, I will say this is a 8-win football team. Who knows? Maybe that's good enough to win the division. I don't know. But right now, I'm not completely sold. I'd still give it a try. And for the time being, Silo is what we are watching.
Did you have the? Is that like that? Or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, full on. Hey, that's scary. Don't you think you're gonna die out there? Isn't there some moments where you're like, if I die, I die. I guess you have said that, but you think you're never.
Cousins from the pocket, floating one, and right underneath is Justin Jefferson on the move and all the way down inside the 15.
Kirk Cousins takes a huge hit by Payne.
You say you're never going to breathe again, right? And there's some of that thought out there. Were you having that on the field or no?
You do have that thought for a second that you're in a dark place and you'd like to get out of it. I remember whoever hit me, Payne or whoever hit me pretty good, and I'm kind of, I don't know what I sounded like, but I must have been like, because as he walked by me, as he got up, he goes, "You'll be fine, you'll be fine." So I must have been moaning or something.
You know, it's just like I'm frustrated with flying cars because I'm obsessed with that. Like, I want a flying car.
Me too.
What I got is my phone instead. It's like, well, the future is on your phone really right now. It's not like literally in front of you. You can't get into a flying car. But, you know, your phone has it all. It's like, I don't want this phone. I'm not going to have this phone 14 hours a day like you young people do. No, thank you. Like, I'm not from that generation. But, you know, give me a flying car. You know? and honestly, when we shut down the Mars missions, you know, we were supposed to be going in 2024, and we shut it down. But a lot of people don't realize is, you know, from here to the moon is 208,000 miles roughly. You know, 200. So you can think about that. Well, in this country, you know, a long road trip could be 4,000 miles, and you know how far it is to Australia. You know, so 200,000 miles. You know, that you think about that, and, you know, that's far. But like Mars, think about this, is 250 million miles. 250 million miles. So, you know, that's a little different thing because, you know, when you go, you know, it takes about anywhere from, you know, 9 to 11 months to get there, depending on the alignment.
Are you going to fucking Mars?
And so,
Jim, are you going to Mars? It sounds like you're.
I wish I was. You know, maybe you'll have. I think you'll have a chance to do a show from there when you're 80, Pat.
I went to one wrestling practice. I was like, holy shit, I gotta gain weight. I can't do this.
So, because you had to. So,
my dad took me aside in 8th grade and was like, you know, you're kind of skinny, but you're super slow, Ted. And you need to put on weight. I actually gained 100 pounds in 1 year.
Damn. You do just.
I drank a gallon of milk before school every day for a whole year.
What?
It's verified. You can verify it.
Every day.
Every single day.
Is that good for you?
I know it's horrible. My body rejects milk.
What year was it? What year was it?
Freshman to sophomore year of high school.
Did you grow as well?
Yeah, I grew like 4 inches and gained 100 pounds. It's unbelievable.
Because the milk every single morning?
I probably hit a puberty too.
You ever switch it up between white and chocolate or?
No, 2%.
2%. Give me the whole. Give me the thick stuff.
Maybe yeah, on a day I was feeling weak, skim, but
still a gallon.
Hey.
What?
Let's go. This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this U.S. Open Thursday, June 15th, 2023. Hour 3 of this program starts right now. Sports! I just had a freeze thing.
Brain freeze.
Brain freeze as the show was coming back on there. And I thought there was potentially a chance I was never going to be able to watch sports without the pain that was stabbing me right in the forehead ever again. That thing has subsided, and sports are happening.
Yeah.
The U.S. Open is taking place right now. AJ, are you keeping up with this?
I am. I do have it on. So, yes. Ricky Fowler, co-leader right now, huh?
Ricky Fowler, 4 under, outright leader. Xander Schauffele at 3 under in second place. Solomon Girard and
Denny Woo.
Tied at 300, and then Homa 2 under. DeChambeau just chipped one close, will probably be 1 under. It's a cagey affair out there at LACC. We'll be watching it all weekend long. Cannot wait to gamble on it live.
Yes.
And hopefully make some money. The Talks the Table is here at Boston Connor and Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. And 14-year NFL vet, Pac-Man Jones is here. So, things we haven't talked about yet that we should dive into is Kenny Pickett is looking more athletic than he's ever looked in his entire life. Now, obviously, we all know he's got the incredibly cool hair, and he just had a birthday party last week with Mitchell Trubisky's wife, and they were celebrating in beautiful fashion over there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And we know in college, he actually he caused a rule change because of how athletic he was. He was running down the middle of the field. Oh, I'm a quarterback. Let me fake slide. They pull up. Gotcha, bitch. Goes back full speed, scores a touchdown. They had to change the rule. Guy's incredibly athletic. Never really gets talked about, though, because he doesn't display it as much, and he is a white who wears 2 gloves.
That's right.
They got him training out here in minicamp. Look at that. Roll over the ball.
What?
Through the fucking hit back with people trying to punch the ball out. He looks unbelievable. Is he about to explode this season, A.J. Hawk?
I think he might. Look, he didn't even have to put his right hand down, and usually you got to put the hand down for some balance, but he was so quick with it. Bam.
That's good core stability.
Yeah.
Everybody else watching that enjoys that, by the way. The fact that he's just acting like he should be doing that running back drill alongside the running backs, everybody appreciates. He's been known to have a beer or two with his offensive line and everybody. He's an old school throwback player who is poised for a massive season if Matt Canada allows him to maybe have hots and run an NFL offense. Tone Diggs, you see this, you go 6 midnight, huh?
I fucking love Kenny Pickett. He embodies the city and everything that he does. He is way more athletic than anyone gives him credit for. He's actually like in the pocket. He was very good last year. He got out. He made some plays. The old line has improved so much. He has the weapons. He has the running back. He has the tight end. So I think that Kenny has everything set up this year. Like when you bring in Ciamalo, you draft Broderick Jones. You got James Daniels last year from the Bears. They're in a much better place, I think, they were than a couple years ago as far as line and the offense goes. I'm excited to see what Kenny does with it.
Well, and Kenny's getting married in 9 days as well, sort of
Nice.
told me. So
Congrats, Kenny.
all things looking up for Kenny Pickett. Hopefully the offense alongside George Pickens and also a new weapon.
Yeah, Darnell
Washington.
And
yes.
Al
Robinson
Robinson.
from the Rams and the Bears.
And we still got Naj in the back for the Steelers.
Youth.
Fryermuth's still out there doing his
Pickens.
thing.
Deontay.
Yeah, I mean, they got this could be a year for the Steelers, you know? And Pac-Man is sitting over there in Cincinnati. He's like, that's not good. We don't like to hear that.
Uh-oh.
You see him rolling over a little Bosa ball there and keeping his balance and then running through the pads there. You get a little bit scared, don't you?
Yeah, just a little bit. That was really good. But we know how athletic he is. That's not the question. Question is, can he make the hots if they call the hots? And can he make all the throws? But he's off the charts when it comes to athletic.
I really like Kenny Pickett.
Me too. He's easy to like.
As a person, he's a dog.
Yeah, he is.
And
He's
on
like
the field, too. I don't have no problem with it.
He's like Joey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, granted, Joey on the field has proven to be cerebral and
Yeah.
Quite
ice cold
Yeah.
at a lot of different times. And Kenny Pickett had to come back against the Baltimore Ravens late where he had to make a huge play. And obviously that's whenever Mike Tomlin had said, Kenny fucking Pickett as he's coming off the field. That's a huge moment. Kenny Pickett was in on all the offensive schemes meeting, all the team meeting, the coaches meetings. So I think Tomlin wants him to kind of get going. But I think they really held their horses back last year. This year kind of let them go, do their thing, and hopefully he'll be able to evolve.
They did. I mean, they started Mitch, so they started him slow, and then obviously when they brought Kenny in, they ran the ball a lot. They obviously weren't doing checks, which is absurd. But I think year two, you say always the biggest jump from rookie year to year two. Very, very, very excited to see what Kenny
Week 1 to week 2, year 1 to year 2. I mean, there's a chance.
It's a big difference.
Did I say week?
No. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
Like that week 1 to week 2 is also a big, all right, we learned what we shouldn't be doing against other people that aren't in our practice. And year 1 to year 2, you kind of get a lay of the land a little bit. Speaking of year 1 to year 2, we'll have a year 3 vet coming up. Patrick Surtain II will be joining us. Absolute dog for the Denver Broncos. Can't wait to chat with him. It'll be second time on the program.
Let's go. New coach over there, too.
Yeah, Sean Payton. How's he running? Things a little tighter over there?
Different.
New DC, too.
Yeah.
VJ, I
You
believe,
got
right?
BJ on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
BJ. Jeez.
Yeah.
Vance Joseph running the deal over there.
Yeah. Very
I
nice.
completely forgot. You got Vance Joseph, Sean Payton, and then they have some consultants too over there. I think that are like. I think Sean Payton put together quite a
staff,
quite a cast.
Yeah.
I believe he was in. You remember there was a time when they were saying Sean Payton wasn't going to get the Denver Broncos job, and then Sean Payton tweeted like, "Well, everybody, please relax. He's going to Arizona. We'll see."
Yeah.
Is that the richest owner in the? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Is he telling me that I have? Yeah. I'm going there.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, will they be able to win in that division? We shall see. Can't wait to talk to him about what it is like to be in a division in the NFL now where a lot of balls being thrown.
Yep.
He's going to get targeted. Obviously, they're trying to throw not to his side, but he is going to get targeted. Who's somebody makes him think a little bit more?
Oh.
You know, he's young. Who confuses him? Nobody seemingly, but maybe somebody out there. I can't wait to hear from. Sauce Gardner has signed with Gary Vemon.
Let's go.
Sauce Gardner is now part of Vayner Sports, so congrats.
Huge. What was that?
You called it Gary Vemon. Yes, Vayner Sports. But Gary Vemon is another entity of Vayner Sports, correct?
Vayner X is right here. Vayner Sports is one entity. I do believe it is run by Gary's brother. I forget his name. We have met him a couple times. He is a very nice fella. I don't know how many Gary Vemons he has, but AJ Vaynerchuk runs Vayner Sports, has signed Sauce Gardner. The reason why this is so incredible is obviously because Sauce already has Buffalo Wild Wings deals and numerous other deals. But also, he's going to be a great for a long time. And Gary V, the owner of Vayner Sport, might own the New York Jets by the time Sauce Gardner's done with his entire career.
Very possible, especially if Gary Vemon keeps exploding the way it has. You know, Gary was saying, hey, I got a long game to buy the Jets. He might be buying the Jets for the next 2 to 3 years.
He told us at Radio Row he does have a road to purchasing the New York Jets.
Multiple roads, he said.
So much money. New York, New Jersey, so much money. But also Woody Johnson of Johnson & Johnson, which Johnson & Johnson sells everything and have made a lot of money for a long time. And people are kind of forced to buy their stuff for a long time. So it is a very wealthy. He's been enjoying being the Jets owner too.
Loving it.
Woody Johnson has been enjoying dapping up the boys.
Yes.
He's been out at practice.
Making
he almost
bids.
got hit by a ball, I think. So then he went up to the guy, hey, you almost hit me. It's like Woody Johnson on his Instagram is seemingly more active as an owner than he's ever been, and why not, especially if you're potentially coming in to the best time to be a Jets fan since the 60s, AJ?
Man, think about his life, and we know the owners probably hang out with their buddies, their other rich friends, their other rich owners in the league. People are like, oh, what are you guys doing? What did you guys do this offseason? Oh, who'd you sign? Oh, that's cool. Well, we got Aaron Rodgers coming to town, and we're the talk of the league right now. So it's a lot of fun coming to work now, I guess.
Yeah, the only person I would maybe talk shit is the owner of the Packers. Oh, they don't have one.
Bingo. I'd talk shit to him.
Right to Woody?
Yeah.
What would you say?
You guys are going to suck. Aaron's going to have a good year, but you guys are going to fucking suck. And you know what? Your baby powder, your talcum powder sucks too.
How do you know?
Well, I have a baby.
And what's going on with it?
I don't use it.
Why not?
Because it's crop.
Wow.
That's what you would say to him?
Yep.
Right to his face. He has that hat. He's been wearing this.
Yeah. Yep. The straw one?
No, it's like it's not straw, but it's kind of built like it. It's a big, it might be straw.
Like a safari hat almost.
Safari, yeah.
He's got one of those.
Like what Saban wears?
Like a gardening hat?
In practice?
No, Saban is the straw one. This one is like a Nike white.
Like a bucket hat, but with straight out.
Yeah, with an extendo.
Yeah.
Which is great hat.
It's a sweet
Like
hat.
the kid in Sandlot with the big long bill?
Yeah,
No.
but like the whole way around. The whole way around.
I was thinking like an old woman gardening hat.
Yeah, but all the way around.
Yeah.
Once
Full
again.
circle.
And not super floppy.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit stiff.
Yeah. Like a straw hat.
It has become his costume. That's
Yes,
how much I've
sweet.
seen. It has become what he looks like. Like Steve Jobs, you know what you're getting. Woody Johnson now, he's got that fucking big hat on.
Yep.
And he's out there dapping people up, and he's posting on Instagram.
Yeah, he makes videos. He's got like a TikTok guy or girl or something because they make montages for him.
So I'm not sure if Gary Vemon can be successful enough to ever buy the team if the owner doesn't want to sell.
I don't see Woody them selling. And he run his own Instagram too. That's the crazy part.
What he does?
Yes.
No.
Swear
That's hard to believe.
God,
Who
bro.
told you that?
Obviously, I've DM'd him and been around him before to know that he.
You know
runs his
Woody
own-
Johnson?
Yeah, I had a chance to go last year to camp and met the whole organization and stuff.
He's running his own Instagram?
Yeah.
That makes sense with some of the shit that's put out there. I'm like, this person has no
He's
idea.
got
what
young
they're doing.
kids, right? Doesn't he still have young kids?
Don't know that.
I don't
How
know.
was
I'm
he
just
when
saying,
he
I'm
got-
thinking
It's cool.
where the team
Cool as
go
hell,
after
man.
him if he passes it down.
Oh, yeah, family you're talking about? Yeah. That's like Ursay. Ursay just had another birthday the other day. Happy birthday.
Happy
Ursay.
birthday,
Happy
James.
birthday, Jim.
You know, he's got 3 daughters,
Yep.
and they're all in the building. They're in the facility working, and there was a time. One is with a
So sweet.
Yep.
call
Give me
sheet,
rest.
headband,
With a mic.
Yep.
whole thing. That's interesting.
Yep.
That was awesome. First time I seen that. Is fucking Carly Ursay standing right behind Frank Reich with
Call him, please.
got a microphone in there?
Should you say I right?
But the thought was that they were going to sell it, right? Because they weren't around much before, like the Chuck Pagano era. They weren't in the building as much. They were younger, obviously, going to school, doing their whole thing. Carly, I think, had her own business going on, like some law firm maybe in Chicago. Like, weren't around much. So the assumption, I believe, from a lot of people was like, okay, when Irsay's done here, this thing will get sold and whatever. Then they've kind of all just come in fully invested. Like, they're in there every single day. I think Carly has the headset on and the wristband on the sideline at games, jogging indoor in halftime. They need to give her a fucking intro out of the tunnel.
They do.
They need to let her experience that. But she's trying to learn as much as possible, I believe. They're in it for the long haul. And if you're a business person or anything, I don't know why you'd want to sell an NFL team at any time, seemingly right now.
Yeah, as we talk about that all the time, like unless you're forced out of the NFL, like when you see the business that they're doing, why would you ever sell? And especially like his kids or whoever's going to get it, like I guess the immediate thought would be like, oh, you're going to make a bunch of money. Like, his kids are set for life. Like, they're rich. So it's not like selling the team is like, hey, we need this money right now to do whatever else we want to do. It's like, hey, if you get the team, hold on to it because this thing is just going to continue to make more and more money. Like,
don't sell it yet. Maybe sell it later.
Yeah, you can pawn off, like, day-to-day shit if you don't want to do that kind of stuff. But, like, you want to be in the NFL.
Congrats to the people that got born in an NFL family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And the Hunts as well.
Yeah, congrats to the Hunts. Well, rest in peace to Grandma.
Rest in Norma.
The Brown family
Peace
over in
and peace.
Cincinnati. Congratulations, obviously.
Yep.
Jones family in Dallas.
Yeah, congrats to Jones.
Yeah.
That's a whole family's in there.
Yeah.
Kraft family.
Kraft family, obviously.
Family's there.
Yeah,
too.
congrats to them.
Kahn family, Jacksonville.
Yep, you're
Yep.
right. Tony Kahn.
Tony.
Omar.
Yep.
Omar.
Ford family.
Adams.
Omar Khan is.
Different Khan.
Shad.
Shad Khan is the owner of the
Shad.
Jaguars. Nick Khan is the president of the WWE.
Yeah. Spanos, even though they hate each other,
But then-
allegedly.
The daughter, the sister got out, I think. Congrats to all these families.
Congrats, owners.
We hope you do well with the NFL. Roger Goodell ain't going to let you not. We have some pictures coming out of Denver with obviously the parade taking place that Joker found out about after winning the title. This place is packed out.
Let's go.
Denver filled up. Obviously, this is the first championship the Nuggets have ever won, and it has the first championship that Denver's had in a little bit. You know, obviously when Peyton was there, they were winning some stuff. When Vaughn was there, they were winning some stuff. But look at how packed out the Mile High City is. I hope today is a day that Joker will never, ever forget. I hope this is a day where Coach Malone gets a chance to cut a promo. And I hope this is just the beginning for the Denver Nuggets, who seemingly have a roster built for the long haul and a fan base that's fucking ready for it. Congrats to them. That looks awesome, AJ.
Damn.
Do we have any footage that has came out of any players or coaches speaking? Because that is what I am looking forward to.
So I'm assuming it hasn't happened just yet.
I'm seeing a video right now of Michael Malone going up to a podium, and he looks unbelievable. It's in the group chat.
Yes.
Here we go.
It is currently 75 degrees over there. Perfect day.
Oh, sun
man.
shining.
Seems like a perfect day in Denver for a
I
celebration.
think that's Michael Malone.
Yeah,
It is. It is.
A little Kirk Cousins situation. It does appear happened to Michael Malone.
Oh,
as
man.
we were
And he got
boozing,
the ice on.
as
The
we were
jury.
as we were boozing on some fire trucks. You know, hey, put this on, Coach. Put this chain on.
That's hilarious.
Oh, look at that look.
Oh, what a day! What a day! Basket in, drink it down. Is that the one of the Cronkies?
Oh,
is that Josh
the
Kroenke?
son?
He looks a little old to be.
Is he?
Michael looks like he's wearing shoulder pads. Look how like his traps and shoulders. He's jacked.
Well, that's calling timeouts. You gotta.
You got to be ready.
That's not Josh Kroenke.
That is the Finals MVP trophy. At least they found that.
Who's the comb-over fellow with the good white?
Good question.
It's probably like a radio guy or a PR dude.
The home
that's
announcer.
MC. You're saying. Zito saying maybe general manager.
Josh Kroenke's got a nice beard. He's got a nice.
Oh yeah, GM would make sense.
How old's Kroenke? Josh Kroenke.
He is 43.
Congrats to him too.
Yeah, congrats, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh Kroenke is in on like 10 different teams if he wants them.
Yeah, pick one.
Just went to 4 parades this year in a couple different cities, a couple different countries.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Must be tough.
Not his fault though.
No, not at all.
Oh.
That's play-by-play guy.
Okay.
It is. Okay.
Getting the crowd jacked.
Yep.
Getting the crowd jacked.
And now, some of those.
No. What if they do start with a light show? Michael Malone doing the hashtag.
It's a dangerous.
I would love to hear that speech. If that's how he looks, would love to hear the speech. Hopefully we'll get a little sound. Let's go to the 5 Energy phone line here before Patrick Surtain, the second, joins us. Let's go to Michael in Columbus, Ohio.
Ooh.
What's going on, Michael? Have you saluted your president yet today?
Thank you, President. Pat, boys, how you doing? Keep moving.
We don't know which president.
Pretty good.
Yeah, which president?
Hello? Pat? Pat, boys? Pat? On a lawn that looks like this.
Michael, come the fuck on. We doing a call or not, Mike? What's going on?
Pat, boys, how we doing? Keep moving.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Pat, first, I don't know if you remember, but I'm the guy that's on the sidelines of the Ohio State Team Up North game that asked you to call him an Ohio fuck on video after the game day set.
Oh, nice, great. Of course I remember you, man.
yeah.
How you doing, bro? Great to hear from you again. Happy we got the whole phone thing figured out. What do you want to chat about, man?
Well, as I sit here in my apartment above the Chop House on the real High Street here in Columbus, Ohio, I'm getting angry thinking about this stupid Ohio State quarterback narrative where, no Ohio State quarterback even had expectations to be an NFL QB until Dewey Haskins, and God bless his soul, he never got a chance. Justin Fields had plumbers catching his balls. He still set records. And now C.J. Stroud's getting judged before he even steps on an NFL field. I mean, what schools regularly fucking NFL QB anyway? Like Texas Tech, Wyoming, LSU. It's a dumb narrative, Pat.
Hey, okay, Michael, you got it. C.J. Stroud is, I think, he was number 2 overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
People got a lot of hope for him in at least some places. But you're right. The narrative about Ohio State not being able to create quarterbacks is one that is dumb. And we assume C.J. Stroud will be the guy that cracks through and does it all down there in Houston. I'm happy you're pissed off, Michael. I wonder if he was down there at the Chop House tonight that Urban Meyer should have stayed at the bar. Shouldn't have went to the dance floor. Should have stayed at the bar, and that's what I told the guys. Now, let's join a man who has been waiting for us for the last 35 seconds.
Okay.
A man who got dropped into the NFL and looked like a vet, an all-pro, obviously at a very young age, because he understood the assignment, the technique, his body was ready, and seemingly he's more mature than any human that's ever played his position. Ladies and gentlemen, all-pro, Denver Broncos corner, Patrick Surtain II. What's up, dude?
What's happening? What's going on?
Hey, thank you for joining us. I don't know if you heard this or not. Pac-Man earlier said that you are the Darrelle Revis of this generation, and there hasn't been one. Every corner or defensive back that we've talked to has basically been like, that's the guy. That's the guy. Do you hear all that noise? Did you expect that immediately upon going into the NFL? And how do you continue to get better?
Yeah, I've been hearing all of it. Obviously, it's high praise in regards to my play. And, when you get noticed like that around the league, it has to bring some type of, confidence in towards you. So, I just got to keep on improving, keep on stacking, work on the fundamentals and, just, get better each and every day and prepare for a better year.
Hell yeah.
Pat, I know Nick Saban loves his DBs. He loves coaching up his DBs. How did you, your time in Alabama, do you realize now, you look back at things that he was teaching you and realize, hey, this guy is legit, obviously. I'm just interested in what it was like to play for him.
Yeah, Coach Saban, he was, very hands-on. He understands everything, so as far as DB play. In the meeting rooms, he always been in the DB room, teaching us different techniques. He's really a DB guru. So when you learn from guys like that, that know how to coach at a high level at your position, it speaks volumes, especially, with the DBs he produced in the league. It just goes to show, what has he done as a coach. So, kudos go out to him, just for preparing guys, mentally and physically for the league. So, with a guy like that, it all comes together.
Hey, I think your massive mitts are potentially partially covering the microphone if you could move that a little bit. Heard you, but it sounded like the bass in your voice was the real deal. I mean, it sounded like you were way down there. Let's talk about the coaching, because obviously you come from Saban, then you have a coach, then you have another coach, now you have another coach in your third year. In Sean Payton, what has he been like? What has Vance Joseph been like? What has this year been like as opposed to maybe years past? And what do you expect for this season?
Yeah, Coach Sean, his resume speaks for itself. He's a guy that's won a Super Bowl, that's been winning at the highest level. And, throughout the first couple, of months here, you can just tell that through the type of guy he is. He's really prepared. He's very dialed in, locked in towards the team. So, at the end of the day, when you get, a coach like that, the standard and you know what to expect in a way. So all the guys are fired up, and ready for the season to start. And, with Vance, I could say that he's also another defensive guru. He understands the game very well, puts his players in positions to win. And, that's a big thing with him. He's a player-friendly coach. His scheme speaks for itself. So we got a great coaching staff going on over here.
Hell yeah.
Very excited.
Hell yeah, the resumes are deep over there as opposed to maybe what it was just a year ago. It helps having the richest owner in the entire sport. Keep balling at your position.
Hey.
Yeah.
Money could buy everything.
Yeah, certainly. In this particular business, yes, it can. Pac-Man has a question for you, Pat.
What's up, Pat? I got a two-parted question. My first question is, have you talked to the guys over there, your defensive back coach and your what's his name?
Vance Joseph.
Vance Joseph, about traveling to each side, going on the best receiver instead of playing on one side? That's the first question. My second question, what are your top three receivers? There's a lot of them out there. Amari Cooper, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore. Who are your top three in that category, and have you talked to them about traveling?
Yeah, I was traveling last year. So, throughout certain, game plans, whoever they top receiver, we feel like they're a top receiver. Obviously, I'll be matched. But, on the other hand, I talked to Vance, talked to Coach Parker. And, we mentioned that before, sort of, allowing me to play outside and inside, allowing me to be, versatile in our scheme.
Travis Kelce. You're talking about Travis Kelce.
Right. Yeah, just match all over the field in a way. That helps the defense out and it helps me impact the game more. So we've been in conversations about that. So, I'm very excited about that for the season. But top three receivers, right now, I'm going to have to go with Devontae, Jettas, and Tyreek.
So Devontae's just like impossible to stick with, huh? His shake is just insane. Is that real?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, you just put up at one or whatever. And then Justin Jefferson has 180 yards at halftime most games. Yep. That scheme seemingly is perfect for him to kind of take advantage of everything he's great at, which is everything. And then Tyreek Hill is looking to get 2,000 yards this year if Tua is able to stay safe. We're in this league now where everybody's throwing all over the place. If you travel with a guy, and this happened with Revis and this has happened with great corners in the past, you can almost get bored, right? Like, because they're like, okay, wherever he is, we're not going to go. Do you even think about that, or what is kind of the mindset whenever you're in play-by-play in the games?
Yeah, I look for challenges like that, but I don't go into the game thinking they ain't gonna throw my way because it's the NFL. When your name is called, your name is called. So at the end of the day, I'm always locked in, every play dialed in, every snap, because once that opportunity come your way, you got to make a play. So, I'm very locked in on my keys, whether I'm going against the best, whether I'm going against somebody else. I'm just locked in, dialed in on every matchup. So,
hey, how many trash guys are in the league, huh? You guys, you don't have to give names, but is there guys that, like, first series, you're like, oh,
jeez,
this dude should not be in the same league as all of us? Is that situation happened to you yet? You're only in your third year, and I'm asking you that question. It's fucking absurd.
I'm quite sure.
I mean, I could I mean, there's some guys obviously that's the premier guys and the good guys, and then there's some dudes that be like slacking in a way in some categories. Not saying that they bad, but as far as the matchup issue, it wouldn't be no problem. There's some guys, that you line up against. But going into year 3, I'm starting to understand that more and see that more. Obviously when you watch film, you could tell by different tendencies to receivers. And, you could look at a lot through film. The eye in the sky don't lie. And I could say you could tell a difference between the elites and, the average, type of players.
What is it, just effort every single play, or like competitive? What is it you think between the greats and the ones that are kind of just middle of the road? Because you are a great. Why do you think you're at the top and maybe others are at the middle? Is it a mentality thing? What do you think it is?
I mean, I just think I prepare well, and my technique speaks for itself. I put consistent film on the table each and every week. And, it speaks for itself, my play. With people seeing me, I believe that's a huge part of my game. Just staying consistent, being locked in, going against the opposing team's number one receiver. I just think my play speaks for itself.
Yeah,
That's why I'm regarded and mentioned into that category.
Yeah, but not everybody's like you. So like for the rest of your career, people are going to be like, "Why the fuck is this guy like this guy?" And they can say, "Well, his dad played." And it's like, well, a lot of guys have dads. A lot of guys don't just get dropped in year 1 and they're all pro. And like year 3, it's like, yeah, he's going with the 1. He's playing that dude. Yeah, who's that? Just that. Whoever they got, they're putting him on there. It's an incredible thing. They'll be wondering why you are the way you are for a long time, and we're lucky to get to watch it. Go ahead, AJ.
Pat, are we going to get to see you return some kicks this year? I heard there might be a rumor you're doing that a little bit.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Hey, I ain't going to lie. What the crazy thing about it was we was in practice one time, and a little bit of info Sean came up. He was just asking around, like, who punt return before, who had experience of, returning kicks. Me being confident, because I returned to high school, I got some good tape of me in high school. I was like, yeah, shoot, that's me. And, he put me back there without no hesitation. I got some catches in, So, I feel very comfortable back there,
just fair catch it, right?
Nah.
Just fair catch it.
Nah.
Every single time, just fair catch it.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a win for both you and the punter. We fair catch it. We get the ball. We're off the field. You just had a really difficult series on defense.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to a punt. That's good news. Let's fair catch this thing and get the fuck off the field.
Nah.
I'm not trying to be back there for no reason, though.
No, you're getting the ball back. You're getting the ball.
No, I like that right there.
Yeah, this guy was an asshole. As you know, as a returner, no need for that. We don't need you to join the right. Yeah,
Pack, no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
I watch you too.
Yeah, we don't need you to be an asshole.
Yeah, it would be great for you to get back there. Hey, I got one more question, man. The technique and how disciplined you are. Did that have something to do with growing up with your father playing in the league, or is that just something that one of your coaches installed in you? Where did that come from?
My dad taught me a lot, but I just think that my experience of playing the position, as years go on, you could just tell, and you could just look at certain things, your keys, and just be like, oh, I can work on this and work on that. And I could say over time, I build on working on that, whether it's patience, my technique, locking in on my keys, reading the hips. I just think that plays a big part of my game. Because early on, high school, I was very raw out there. And when I got to college, now the pros, I could say I developed that and just became, second nature.
I'd still give you a little fucking, you know what I mean? I'd give you a little one of those, Pat. You know what I mean? Devontae doing the hand dance. It's unbelievable to watch you work, truly. Now, granted, you and Devontae did have some epic battles.
Yeah.
Some epic battles. Now, Devontae's been around, 14 years? How many years? Devontae been in the league?
10
years or whatever it is, 10 years. So he's got 10 years of tricks and shit that he knows it. And you're just getting thrown right into guys that have been around the NFL forever. And you two having a good joust is great for the AFC West and great for the NFL. We can't wait to watch it. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Pat, speaking of the AFC West, you're talking about your preparation and your film study and all that kind of stuff. And obviously when the opportunity does come, like, you can't take a play off because if you do, you're going to get burned potentially. But when you look at playing Herbert and Mahomes and those kind of guys 2 times a year, does anything extra go into preparation for that, considering, like, you know what a guy like Mahomes can do and you know what a guy like Herbert can do?
Yeah, like you said, you got to, like, take time and extra preparation and film study. Because those type of quarterbacks, they can make every throw on the field. And, it's you could say that you could just tell off the eye, but you really got to lock in and prepare, because with their schemes and how they utilize them and, every throw that they make, it's sort of like, I got to be in this position to make this play, be in that position to make this play. So, with those type of quarterbacks, top tier elite quarterback talents, you really got to hone in on film study, preparation, giving them quarterbacks different looks and stuff like that, because I've seen it. They could play. So I just think the biggest thing is locking in on the film at the end of the day.
You said you were talking to, I don't know if it was Vance or Sean Payton or both of them, about, being able to play outside, being able to play inside. And I said immediately, Travis Kelce. I assume that's because how important the tight end position has become to most offenses, more specifically the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Is there something about Travis Kelce that makes him different than others? Because from looking outside in, and I don't watch film on these teams, he's getting the ball whenever it matters. Right. I assume everybody else feels that way. Is that a part of the conversation with Vance about in the division, this is the guy, Travis Kelce, maybe greatest tight end of all time happening?
Yeah, there's some talks about that. But it just goes, as far as the scheme, being able to match good on good in a way. So that corners when they match on like tight ends and the linebackers match on receivers, but corners match with receivers. Like in slot formations, wide wing slot formations and stuff like that. I just think that's the key towards why he has it like that. But, like you said, with guys like Travis Kelce, that's, a unicorn at his position that could run every route in the route tree. That's a playmaker like that. Obviously conversation will come to talk about that.
Yeah, you're 6'2", too. Let's not get, you know what I mean? Yeah. Ain't a small guy out there.
Yeah. No.
And 6'2" in the NFL is like 6'4" in the NBA. Because they're pushing your head down.
Yep.
We need you to be as small as possible. You need to be barefoot. This fucking be tiny out here. So you're a big dude, fast, quick. Travis Kelce seemingly always open. What a fun thing that could potentially be for the next, 10 years.
Yeah.
Travis isn't getting older, doesn't feel like. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Patrick, obviously Nuggets parade is today. The Avs won and had a parade last year. Does that creep into the Broncos locker room? Like, does the success of Denver creep in and kind of make you guys want to have a parade of your own more?
Yeah, it's something in the air.
Yeah, it's weed. All that dope out there. Everybody's smoking dope out there. That's what it is. Sorry, but go on. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just think there's, like, you could sense the winning culture in the city. And, obviously with the Avs and now the Nuggets, you could just tell that, the fans are experiencing, winning situations. And, when now it's our time coming up, you could just feel the energy and, and feel the anticipation of it, of winning. And, we got the right, we got the right pieces put together. It's all about showing up and showing out on Sundays.
Hell yeah. And Mondays and Thursdays.
Boys.
And probably
Fridays.
Wednesdays coming up. There's going to be Saturdays as well. So it's every day's a Sunday, though. Let's just move the schedule. We appreciate you joining us. What's next? You got a little off time or you work all the way through?
Yeah, we just finished our last practice of mini camp. Now we got a little break before training camp. So, calm before the storm. Sit down, relax, travel some, spend time with family. You know, so
You go like Mount Everest, backpacking through Europe, or like a beach?
no, I'm all over the place. You know, Cabo, Greece. Traveling. you know.
Whoa, hey, listen, okay.
Pretty hot in Greece.
Yeah, that's why you play so good. You know, some people are motivated by different things. This guy wants to go to fucking Santorini.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Gonna have to play some good football. We appreciate you joining us. Please tell Sean and Vance Joseph we say what's up, and the rest of the boys. Can't wait to watch you this year.
All right, appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, hell yeah. Have a great break over there in Greece.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Cabo. Kidding me, Joe Buck?
You might go to Wyoming. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick's saying he's very good. His technique is his thing, right? I mean, that's just literally because he's never out. He's never like he never looks like he's panicked.
And you said it a lot too. He's long. He's fucking tall and long. If I was 6'2" and he's 6'2" and he could run just as fast as me, that's pretty dangerous.
That'd be fun.
It's pretty dangerous because I can grab. I can use my length a lot more than me being a little bit smaller and shorter where I can't grab as long and can't cover that much space like he can. But
You're getting FaceTime right now. I think to your point there, everybody thought just like Richard Sherman's were just going to grow on a tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this is what you need. Now, granted, I know Richard Sherman is zone and he's in this one side, former wide receiver, but they're like, this is what you need. You need a guy who's like 6'2", 6'3", who can run like a 4'3", 4'2", 4'4", and then that's going to be the next. Like, how many of those motherfuckers exist? Yeah, I'm sure we're going to be looking for that. We're going to be looking for Tariq Woolen, I think, kind of.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner,
Yeah.
obviously, kind of like that.
They had Browner. People assumed because they had Browner on the other side. Browner was like 6'4", wasn't he?
So
He was
late.
giant.
Yeah, this is what you need. This is what you need. It's like, yeah,
we know.
Yeah, that would be great.
Cam Chancellor was huge. Yeah, they had
Earl
a big,
Thomas.
They had a very big.
That's
I mean,
what.
jeez,
They were
loaded.
Yeah. Legion.
And it kind of is reflected in the draft. Like so many corners now go top 10. It's just as important as wide receiver.
Oh, it's very important.
Yeah.
You got to stop there some kind of way.
Yeah, but only the good guys are getting drafted. You know, there's the corner position is another one where it feels like there's a lot of because you need what 6 on a team, 7 on a team now.
Well, 8. It's gonna be 8 DBs to 10 that's on the roster.
A lot of motherfuckers we never heard of are DBs for a lot of teams, and I'm only saying that because
all the ones who on the punt that's doing gunner.
Yep.
Most of the L1s on the team are cornerbacks.
That's
and then you got the same thing on the opposite side. So when they got to run down and block for the punt.
And then all of a
return.
sudden, out of nowhere, like a safety gets hurt, and some number 44 comes walking, or 45 comes on the field. It's like, I've never heard of this guy. And then you start looking up the guy's resume. He's like, he runs a 4.3. He went to Dominion. He has 14 records at the school. It's like, of course. Also a track star. And then he gets in the NFL. It's like, never heard of him. And then all of a sudden, Travis Kelce's just blowing right by him. It's like, wow, it is a little different out here. But that is becoming the game. And it's pass heavy, multiple weapons. You got to have corners and safeties that can match up. He is what everybody's looking for.
Yes.
Congrats to Denver having him. Third year, only got a couple years left. You want to trade him? Indianapolis.
There we go.
Trade him in Indianapolis. You don't want to have to pay him. I know you guys don't have a lot of money over there.
Yeah.
He knows they got the richest owner in the game.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody in that locker room knows.
Yeah.
If there's a team that's going to be paying people, it is going to be this team.
Yep.
So some places you go, it's like, if I work my ass off and do well, is this place going to pay me? There's some places like, nah, this place is not going to pay you. You're probably going to have to go elsewhere. Over there, I would assume the thought is, this place is going to be paying people.
Yeah.
A lot of money out here. Justin Thomas, who's +3 on the day, is about to line up about a 10-foot putt. He does have a magenta color pants with a black long sleeve.
Looks awesome.
Is it cold out there? Cold for LA, I guess.
It's not sunny.
I think they said there was a thick marine layer this morning.
They say the Playboy Mansion's right off one of the tee boxes somewhere.
Drains it.
Is that right?
Justin Thomas +2. What a putt.
Good leaderboard right now.
Ricky Fowler, 6 under through 13. He is dominant. Will he be able to maintain this through the weekend? We shall see. Xander Schauffele in second place.
Scotty's up there.
Scoots at 4th.
Scooty. Always.
We knew he was going to be
Chef wears always.
Dude, he's
Top
always
5.
there. Kepka hasn't even teed off yet. Spieth hasn't teed off.
Oh, Kepka.
Yeah.
By the way, we got
shot
prime
like a
ti-
61 yesterday.
He's prime time.
We got prime time from 1 to 8. It's on USA, and then 8 to 11 Eastern is on NBC prime time.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Kepka, I think he's off.
Big NBC?
Yeah, big NBC.
Wow.
Wow.
Sweet.
It's awesome.
That's great for us with the time change.
Yeah, but in the we talked about
Morning,
this.
yeah.
The mornings of the weekend here. You know what I mean? If you're at the house.
Well, no, it's good. If you want to sleep in or whatever, they'll be on the back nine already when you watch.
Well, can't sleep in. Obviously, there's a baby
Well,
there.
no, your Father's Day. You're allowed to sleep in as much as you want Sunday.
True.
You got a good point right there.
Okay.
Trust me. Trust me. As I said that, I know that's not reality.
Let's go to Evan in Indiana on the 5 Energy Phone. I'm just here to help, you know. But I'm just here to help, and I do not want to be. But it is going to be a little bit of a wait, it seems like, because they are in California. Evan in Indiana, what do you want to talk about, pal, on the 5 Energy Phone line?
How you doing? Keep it moving, boys. I got two. Count them. Two questions for your ass.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Sorry, I'm giving a look off. This guy with perfectly manicured eyebrows is giving an interview at the U.S. Open. I've never seen him before, but I think he's playing some golf. Jacob Solomon's doing his thing right now.
I think he had a hole.
No, I don't think
that's
it was
one. Sorry, I thought it said hack.
There was a hole in one, though, at
shit.
the U.S. Open on hole 15. It just took place about 15, 20 minutes ago. Evan in Indiana, 2 questions. Let's go. Can't wait to hear them.
All right, you got to bear with me. I've been smoking meat all afternoon, so I got a lingering cough.
Congrats.
Love that. Anytime it gets in your throat, it can be a problem, but some people it's not.
But
though.
anyway.
No,
better than
one of the greatest.
Some people like that is.
I love it. Live for it.
Some people are born for it.
The premier ones.
Yeah.
It helps their skin.
Yeah. Tiana Trump.
I'm not
High protein.
Smokes meat like you wouldn't believe.
Hydroplane racing. Have you ever heard of it?
Yep.
Hydroplane races.
Is that a boat?
That's those ones that flip.
Those boats that always flip?
It's jet-powered boat on the river, the Ohio down there.
Yeah, just like it was down there at the You Gotta Regatta in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
Regatta.
You Gotta Regatta. They do that down there in Pittsburgh. They race the boats down the river. Dead bodies are floating up, and then those things are vroom, and then every once in a while, a big fat body will come up, and then bang, those things are flipped right over on top of themselves, right? That's kind of what the hydroplane thing is?
Yeah, same thing. I guess you heard of it, so I'll go fuck myself.
No, Evan, that's a good question. I mean, it brought up the conversation.
Yeah.
Whoa. We don't need anybody smoking around meat.
You're right. Did he want us not to know it?
Narcos started using these.
Oh, yeah.
The Cocaine Cowboys guys, yeah, in that doc, they were like professional racers.
Yeah, and who is the guy that literally led a Rick Ross song? He cut a promo from prison.
Loriega?
No, it was Miami.
Was it Steve Aoki's dad was a big racer, I think?
Okay, no, I don't think.
For real.
It was a Miami drug lord, though, who we all know the name of. He had those fucking racing boats that he was bringing this cocaine in.
Yeah.
Oh.
They had them like stuffed because they have big.
Griselda Blanco?
No, she was part of the Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah.
It was a different name.
Los Muchachos.
This guy thanks Rick Ross for using his name in songs from jail. Anyways, I watched a documentary on him. They used those big, I thought they were called Marlboro. No.
Cigarette boats.
Willie Falcon?
Willie Falcone.
Falcone.
Yeah, Willie Falcone. Yeah. Falcone, I believe, used to use those big cigarette boats and then would put up in the front end of it because how big it was. And then they were just fucking
zooming
wide open at like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. And then if anybody came close, obviously they couldn't catch them in time. And then they had a button that just dropped out of the bottom of the boat down to the bottom.
Yep.
And then they were just like, oh, we're just testing out our boat or whatever.
Sorry.
And they just got away with it. Like they just, for a long time. Because the
They're from
boat,
Cocaine Cowboys.
Willie Falcone?
But those two guys, yeah, they're part of maybe the second documentary or whatever. They go through a lot of their whole racing situation, all that.
Yeah, the racing boats were a big part of the whole lifestyle. Yeah, Willie's the one on the right. I believe he remained the most humble through it all.
One of them disappeared and one of them's in jail.
Willie Falcone on the right's in jail. He cut a promo for Rick Ross from the phone in jail.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty sick. That's how the song started. But yeah, those boats I believe were
Bad Boys 2, they had one like that.
movers.
That's genius.
Yeah, that is so
That
smart.
is awesome.
How did they get caught?
I think it was just one part of it because they were also
They got helicopters. They have a lot of different things to get them.
the best one. I thought the most smart way was the car one, where tow truck company. So car would break down on the side of the road. tow truck company would be called the tow car. Tow truck driver literally has no idea what's in that car. That car is loaded with cocaine. They own the tow truck company and all the cars, but the people driving said things had no idea. So like tow truck driver got pulled over. There was no suspicions because the driver actually was kept out of the loop completely. He was just picking up a job. So they were so smart.
That's genius.
They were so smart the way they were doing it all. Just moving drugs, building a city.
Yeah.
Completely down.
Shout
there.
out Cuba.
What's up with Cuba?
Oh, they're Cubans.
Willie Falcone?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Cuba.
Cuba.
Shout out.
Shout out Cuba.
Shout out.
Cuba.
Hey, the Cuba sandwich is very good.
Very good.
It's the Cadillac of sandwiches.
It is. It is. We had a Cuban sandwich place here in Indianapolis. A great guy.
Oh, shout out George. I miss him.
Yeah, and then
Really?
it shut down because they didn't like the way like society was going.
I remember that. Yeah.
Like legit.
COVID. I
Great
thought.
cafe con leche.
Dude, good.
What's on a Cuban sandwich? What's on there?
So it's got mustard, it's got ham, it's got pork. It's on. The bread is always cut awesome.
Yeah, you would never eat
It's
it.
perfectly pressed.
Pickles are on there.
Swiss cheese, I believe.
Yeah, it's the
So
Cuban.
good.
It's standard.
Yeah.
Are you? What is going on here?
Oh my God.
You've never
No,
had
nothing. I mean, it's every ingredient I don't like, so I don't like. I don't
Oh,
like that. But I
shut
understand.
up.
You don't
other
like
people.
ham?
I hates Cuban people.
What?
Wow.
I don't-
Wow,
never.
AJ.
What, you don't like
Love
cafe
Cuban
con leche either?
I talk to Zito every day. Love Zito. Love Cuban people.
I got black friends.
Pickles. There's a lot of different
Screaming it.
different the crunchy pickle on that other salt. You know, I'm weird with that.
It's delicious.
Their steak
Well,
sandwiches
pickles,
are very, very
I
good as
despise.
well.
I don't
Yeah,
like
but we
pickles.
lost you as soon as we said sandwich because you got
Nah,
body fat test coming on
Exactly.
Friday.
Bread, no
you
thanks.
know, like
Horrible
a turkey,
overload.
a turkey and lettuce sub with some vinegar and oil on it. I would kill it.
You don't like pickles?
Nothing better than an Italian, though.
Pickles are
You're
disgusting.
talking about like fundraiser sub. Like people that would sell
Those are
subs for a
Yeah.
fundraiser.
Yeah, Jersey
Like
Mike's.
plastic
I'm talking
wrap.
like Jersey Mike's.
Oh,
Jersey Mike
man.
is
Pepper, and then put a bunch of pepper on that sucker.
so Jersey Mike's got boar's head meat. I do believe
They do.
They
Boar's head meat and
They have
cheese.
very good meat.
Top tier.
Yeah, they have good. They have good
Not as good
fucking
as
meat.
that.
They have great meat.
Speaking of meat, we actually did smoke some meat today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do believe that meat smoking is finished,
Really?
as is this program.
Oh, you
Who
put it on
who
keto
did it?
bird today?
we got something. You know
Yeah,
that,
grill?
You got something.
you know that mouth of Rappaport is called a Traeger.
That's right.
Smokes all the meat.
That's right.
We got something that's better than the Traeger, allegedly.
Way
I'd
better.
We're smoking meats outside.
Are you gonna have Rap come down to smoke all your meats one day?
So we already smoked our meats. We think if he was to get into our meat smoker, his brain would not be able to comprehend what's going on.
No.
Oh yeah, and we smoke our own meat, so why would we?
Yeah, I smoke my meat.
I smoke my meat.
I smoke my meat.
I removed a rib so I could smoke my meat.
Shout out Marilyn Manson.
I smoke my meat.
That's very. Thank you, Pac-Man. AJ,
I smoke my meat too.
Okay.
You guys, I can't wait. Send this one in. Send us in on our submission for the Emmys.
well, it turns out now that we're sold out,
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we're in control of what's getting sent in for an award and what isn't getting sent in for an award. That'll be a fascinating Emmys next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When all of a sudden with how loud the deal was, announcement and everything,
Yep.
1,000,000% we are going to be nominated, right? Just classic from our judgment of the way these things go. We are certainly going to get nominated for a thing.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get invited to it. That is going to be a massive fight. That is going to be a massive.
You gotta go.
Yeah, that is going to be a big. I got to smoke my meat. You know.
I'm so sorry.
But us getting dropped into that world will be fun for the next couple of years. Just because remember Schraig's talking about like I was in the same room as like and he's
Jack
talking
Nicholson.
all
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
It's like I don't have that in my soul at all. I love Schrager, but that's a room I don't want to be in.
Do they
But
play a highlight film of our clips,
Probably.
like they cut up today's show a little bit, and everyone gets to watch little snippets from each show.
this is the show. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Everybody else that tries real hard and has a great show and is actually professional, and they accidentally see us get nominated, and they're like, that fucking.
A lot of groans in there.
Oh my God! So much
so
anger,
mad.
Well, and the way we look at it,
so much hating.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Paul.
like they're going. You're right. We will be nominated because
Absolutely.
of the people will want us to be nominated so that they can be proven.
The people
right.
we're doing business with,
Yes,
yes,
exactly.
will want to be proven
Yeah.
right. So we will certainly be nominated for awards that we do not deserve. Doc, clip that off.
Yeah.
We know we're not supposed to win any of
Yes.
these awards. With that being said, probably are going to. And I don't know how we're going to feel about it.
Well,
I don't know how we're going to feel
the
about
only
it.
way we go, I think, is if we legitimately show up looking like this.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
They're not letting you in the front door.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we tried. Sorry.
Yeah, we should all match in costumes. You know, we'll do a whole thing.
Jumpsuits would be sweet.
We'll view it. We'll do it in our way.
Like an Adidas jumpsuit.
And we will appreciate the fact that we were a part of it. But to AJ's point, if there's any video run during that evening and it's about Ian Rappaport smoking more meat than anybody else in town, certainly people will be pissed.
Yeah, they will.
And on that note, let's get the fuck out of here. Michael Malone has his chain on, sunglasses on, hat on, speaking in front of what looks to be the White House of Denver.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I couldn't imagine what the promo is being said, but it seems like he's given a lot of passion and energy, and Denver's taking it back. I said they haven't won in a while. That was a lie. The Avalanche did win. Thank you for the reminder. Denver's hot right now. There's something in the air. It ain't dope. It ain't meat smoke. It's championship.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow with a Feel Good Friday.
Yeah.
We can't thank you enough for allowing us to be a part of your life. Let's watch this U.S. Open and let's enjoy the hell out of it. Some guy's crying. His dreams are coming true. Let's enjoy this life. We're very thankful for all of you. Be a friend. Tell more than just a friend.
Yeah.
Be a friend. Tell somebody today.
Anyway.
Okay.
Just you happen upon somebody.
Yeah.
Uber driver.
Just say, hey, nice shoes.
Yep.
Boom.
Don't even have to believe it. You have to deliver it as if you believe it.
Yes.
But just one little boom. Nice shirt.
Boom. Can I ask me if you can smoke their meat, right?
Sure.
Hey, you meat
Or that
smoker.
to help them.
That's not something nice. I guess you could offer up.
If you cook for somebody, it's absolutely.
You could also.
So how are you going to see a random person? You're just going to say, hey, you want me to smoke your meat? I don't know if that's something nice.
Well, maybe say you're at,
I'll tell you what,
if you're
look
at
at
like
the
the
way.
Piggly Wiggly, and they have meat in their little cart.
Okay, so if you go to the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to go over to my house? I'll smoke your meat quick.
If you're in the grocery store or the Piggly Wiggly, certainly offer up other people's meat to be smoked by you.
But
And if you're just walking down the street and you see somebody, you go, you know what, you look like somebody like smoke your meat. Like, I guess that could be construed as nice.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe add it in there. But what we're saying is just like, hey, you look awesome. And then boom.
Cool shirt.
Boom. Never know what that person's going through. That might have lifted them up through saving their day.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a smile. And does it matter that you didn't believe it? No, because to them, they did.
Whoa.
And they're off and running. Just say something nice to somebody, even if it's fugazi. You don't want people to be fake nice to you. It's like, I'd rather them be fake nice to me than real rude to me, okay? So let's just keep living that life.
Yeah.
Thank you, AJ. So let's do that. Let's make the world a better place, a happier place, a little bit more smiles, and we'll be back tomorrow for a Feel Good Friday. Be a friend or be a pal.
Yeah.
Tell a random or a friend something nice. Goodbye.